Broadcasting live from Altamont, Kansas, upon the footprint of Labette County High School within Harrison Gymnasium, home of your Labette County Lady Grizzlies. Good evening, Grizzly Nation. Thank you for making us a part of your evening, however you may be watching or listening. Labette County Grizzly basketball is on the air. I'm Jack Leake III, joined alongside my father, Jack Leake Jr., and on the KLKC Sports YouTube live stream, Jonathan Dusher. Thanks for joining us. We're so happy that you tuned into tonight's broadcast. We are excited about the matchup tonight. Per usual, Labette County versus Parsons always has a lot of fun aspects surrounding it. And man, roots run deep with this matchup. Some of my most memorable times in this gym and in Parsons gym up north growing up was watching some close Grizzly versus Viking type games, and who knows, might have a couple more close ones here tonight.
Yeah, you never know. This is a generational game. You know, there's moms here that played moms across the way, and that, you know, and grandmas who played grandpas. I mean, it goes back, and so it's always fun to kind of play your county rival. And as we mention all the time, you can throw the records out the window, because it's just different when you play a rivalry. Things are just different. So I know the Parsons Vikings girls have improved. I know the Labette County Grizzlies girls have improved. Yes. So it should be a fun one, and we'll just kind of see what both coaches have drawn up, if there's been any changes in the style of play.
Labette County comes into tonight's contest at 6-11 on the season, and Parsons enters in with a 4-12 record. The Grizzlies are one game better in SEK League play than the Lady Vikes. Grizzlies 2-5 in the league, Parsons 1-6. So both teams all but out of the SEK League race, just as matter-of-factly speaking, that is. But, you know, you made a good point. Don't let any sort of records deceive you for either group, because we talked about this before Christmas break. These two teams played back on December 19th. Labette County won that game by 6 points. So not even a big margin then was our victory. But you and I both talked about how when we played each other again, it was going to be two very different looking teams, and in a good way. Both of these ladies' teams have improved in particular.
Yeah, and I can only go off kind of what I've heard about the Viking girls team, you know, just picking up on some stats and talking to people. But with my very eyes, I've watched the Grizzly team really mature, and watched Coach Vollmer really start to mix up some players off the bench and change up some combinations and really squeeze, the most juice possible out of this group of young ladies she has to put on the floor. So, and as always, a lot of good effort, too, out of the girls. So, yeah, this ought to be a fun one.
6 minutes until tip-off of the ladies' contest. You're listening to the Tank Connection pregame show of Labette County Lady Grizzly basketball. So Labette County is coming off of another 3-game week, something that they were not a stranger to prior to last week, given that we had the Burlington tournament just a few weeks ago. And so, man, I'm not going to do the math, but we've played X amount of games in X amount of days, and I mean a lot by that. So it's the final stretch of the year. It's February 10th. You always wonder, you know, just if fatigue or anything like that becomes a factor. But it certainly helps whenever you have depth, as do the Lady Grizzlies. But they had a busy week last week. They beat Winfield and then lost to Girard and Independence. I was gone for the Girard and Independence game. You were there for them. What did you see from the 0-2 finish to the week last week?
Well, kind of like we've seen all along. We saw good effort, and I'll just talk a little bit about Independence. I did feel like both ball teams Friday night against Indy did look a little dead-legged. You know, that was our third game of the week. It was a long week, and all I did was sit with this headphone on and run my mouth. And so I know how exhausted the athletes had to be playing, 3 nights like that in a week's time. And I think Indy only played 2, and that's not the reason why they beat us. But I did feel like, we just didn't have the gas left in the fourth quarter. So, but our girls played hard. Independence girls, remember, I don't know if they're still ranked third, but they were ranked third last week. So
they're third in the sub-state rankings. I'm not sure about state. I'm sure they're up there too, but Independence is 13-2 on the year and undefeated in SEK play with a 2-game lead on second place Fort Scott in the league. So they have a very firm grip on the race, and they're the third seed right now in the sub-state bracket.
Okay. Well, I know they're a quality team, and so, again, we played pretty well. We just couldn't hang with them for 4 quarters, and it was one of those games we just had a hard time scoring, like this has happened to us a few times this year. So, but no, good effort out of our kids last week. Just came up a little short.
3.5 minutes until starters and tip-off. This is the Tank Connection pregame show of Labette County Lady Grizzly basketball. Let's step aside for our first 1-minute timeout of tonight's broadcast. Two minutes until starters and tip-off. Labette County versus Parsons on a Tuesday night in Altamont, Kansas. How fun is that? Altamont, Parsons, just such a fun atmosphere and community that just generates whenever these two teams play. It is, I believe it's, Jonathan, you have the shirt on there, Cancer Awareness Night. And so I love how Labette County, we've talked about this, they do themes surrounding different home games. Junior high night, the cheerleading night, the cancer awareness night like tonight, and they don't just title the home game something and call it good. They emphasize on it and make it purposeful. And out in the lobby there by the concession stands are tables set up just bringing recognition to different types of cancer and how to get treatment and appointments and things like that it looks like students put together. So just really neat how it's not just a theme, but it's capitalized on intentionally. Important to do that whenever you have home games.
Absolutely, yeah. It just kind of shows you the family vibe that goes on here. And, you know, it says Wilson Strong on the back, so speaks to the love and support this community and school has for Coach Wilson. And so anyway, yeah, I like the organization of it all and the big push. So
absolutely,
that's awesome.
Randy Blackwell, public address announcer, always does a fabulous job, begins to set the tone and the atmosphere inside Harrison Gymnasium. Labette County's going to be in home white uniforms with red numbers, and the Lady Vikings of Parsons are going to be wearing black uniforms with yellow numbers. Again, Parsons 4-12 on the season. Labette County 6-11. Starting tonight for Parsons, the Lady Vikings, number 1, a 5'9" senior, Braylon Hinman Mitchell. Number 2, a 5'2" sophomore, Heidi Schultz. Number 5, a 5'8" senior, Cadence Ball. Number 22, a 5'6" junior, Alex Stoneberger. Number 23, a 6-foot-tall sophomore, Ayana Robertson. For Labette County, the Lady Grizzlies, it's number 13, a 5'5" senior, Millie Carnahan. Number 21, a 5'9" freshman, Peyton Davis. Number 24, a 5'6" senior, Keely Good. Number 40, a 5'10 senior, Amory Baker. And number 52, a 6-foot-tall sophomore, Kaylin McCoy. Head coach for Parsons, Eric Lyons, assisted by Kyle Hutley and Bridget Dunley. For Labette County, head coach Brianna Vollmer, assisted by Heather Wilson and Ryan Taylor. Jonathan, this is a good moment for the YouTube watchers. Take a zoom over there on the table set up at midcourt across the way. There's a group of 6 Labette County High School male students, a few basketball players in there. Is that, no? I thought that was Tucker. Okay, never mind. So a few kids set up over there at an ESPN type booth. They all have headsets on and are wearing white jackets with black ties. Jonathan, what do you know about the ESPN booth over there?
Well, that was an idea a couple of the upperclassmen had today, I guess, and then they decided to make it a reality. They brought in a table there, and that is Isaiah Kuhn, Keegan Stritsky, Lucas Hayward, Bryson Dickens, Mason Hoppus, and Wyatt Kepley.
Man.
And they have an absolutely ear-splitting chant where they do the defense. And on the table, on the hardwood, it is so loud.
Man, might even impact the atmosphere a little bit. Very cool. And they moved the student section behind that ESPN table that the boys created. And so the Grizzly student section is not off to the side. It's dead center court. Here we go.
College game day.
It does feel kind of like that, doesn't it? Parsons wins the tip, and they will work it right to left to begin the ball game. Just 6 points separated these two teams back on December 19th in Parsons, Kansas, with Labette County coming out on top. Ball is worked to the right side to Heidi Schultz, the sophomore, pounds the leather on the floor, throws to the corner to Cadence Ball. A shot is up and missed. An offensive rebound, though, to Hinman Mitchell. Her layup is missed, and Labette County claims possession number 1.
Looks like Labette County is going to play his own defense to open up, so pretty good series that time.
Peyton Davis overhead flip to Carnahan, nearly stepped out of bounds. In fact, she did. Turnover, Labette County. Wanted to say a big thank you to John Kohler and Grant Merrill for stepping in for me last Thursday and Friday. I was able to catch bits and pieces of both of those games on my trip, and they did a fabulous job. Here's a ball poked out of bounds. Parsons will keep it.
Yeah, they did. It was nice of both of them to come, and like you said, they were both really good. So, but it's good to have the old gang back as well. So, just a win-win, I guess.
Grizzlies in a zone, a 3-2 zone it appears here, with Carnahan and Good kind of at the head of the snake. Peyton Davis in the middle of it. McCoy and Baker both down low. Here's a shot put up and missed by Parsons. It kind of caught Keely Good off guard, and it went off of her chest and ended up going to Parsons. She wasn't quite ready for that ball coming off. And here's a foul on the Grizzlies and 2 free throws for Heidi Schultz.
We talk a lot about it at every game. The Grizzlies have to rebound. We can't allow Parsons to get multiple opportunities to score.
Schultz swishes the first free throw. We have SEK League standings for you. At the end of the first quarter, we will read those off, where the ladies' teams stand across the SEK, 1 through 7th place. Second free throw good as well for Heidi Schultz. 2-0, Vikings draw first blood.
See if the Grizzlies can have a good offensive possession here and kind of value each possession, value the ball.
Carnahan flips it to Baker, right side, dribbles downhill, cut off by Mitchell. Outlet McCoy, jumper, no. Rattled out, poked out by Parsons. Labette County will keep.
Good penetration there by Baker and kick out to McCoy, and I like that shot. That really rattled in and kind of hopped right back out, so I like that.
Kaylin McCoy had great success against Parsons back before break. She led us with 13 points on 5 made 2-point buckets. We'll see if McCoy can't continue her success tonight against Parsons. Here's Amory Baker getting fouled underneath, and she will jaunt to the line to try to tie this game.
It's a nice look to get the ball inside. Parsons was defending really well there. Baker took it hard to the rack there and drew the foul.
First free throw is off the mark for our senior center. And I believe Amory is involved pretty heavily with a volleyball team as well during this time of year. And so, if I'm not mistaken, she has volleyball practice during the week, as her second free throw is off the mark, so she's one busy athlete.
I didn't know that, but I'm not surprised at all to hear that.
6 minutes to play in the opening quarter. It's Parsons 2, Labette County 0. Schultz, who has the only points on the scoreboard, throws off. Robertson, outrageously talented sophomore, throws it to the corner, and it's turned over by the Vikes, and so Labette County will have it. Jackie Schull into the game for Keely Good, and McKinley Baker comes in for McCoy.
Looks like Parsons kind of gave us a gift there too. So turnovers happen on both sides. You just try to limit it to lessen your opponent.
Labette County down 2-0, 5:30 first period. Jackie Schull, right side, settles in the short corner, wants to throw to McKinley, and it's intercepted by Hinman Mitchell. Lady Vikes came to play this evening.
Yeah, I'm impressed with their defensive pressure right now.
And a nice pass inside from Alex Stoneberger underneath the basket to Hinman Mitchell, who will shoot another pair of free throws here.
Yeah, that was a good look inside. And, you know, right now Parsons looks pretty relaxed. So, yeah, this is shaping up early, but shaping up to be probably a good matchup, kind of like we predicted.
First free throw is good for Hinman Mitchell. Labette County last week played 3 games against Winfield. Oh, that's the boys, I'm sorry. Let me switch over to the girls' standings. That would help just a little bit. Second free throw misses for Hinman Mitchell. Labette County defeated Winfield 37-29 and then lost to Girard 57-46 and then to Independence 39-22. And they trail 3-0 here against Parsons at home. Schull left side, dribbles to the heart of the floor, a screen by Davis, backdoor Carnahan, Millie at the hole, no, doesn't get the teardrop, fought for, Robertson has it right to left, pushes pace, crosses half court inside the three-point line, now in the paint, settles into one, misses, rebound out of bounds, Labette County has it.
Yeah, I got some penetration there, but the Parsons player just kind of threw up a little air ball, went out of bounds, so Grizzlies have another opportunity here to maybe get some points.
Scoreless through the first 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Here's a 2-on-1 situation. Baker scores with the right hand, and it's 3-2 Parsons.
Nice little bounce pass there by Peyton Davis, and Baker, yeah, goes up with the right hand, so Grizzlies get the lid knocked off finally.
Stoneberger, right wing, overhead flip, batted by Amory, picked away by Carnahan. Right to left for the lead, blocked was Millie's shot, but she got it back in the corner. Here's a pass deflected out of play by Ball. No subs yet from Coach Lyons until now. Into the game is Brenna Kramer. She will replace Hinman Mitchell.
Parsons kind of defending up high, so the Grizzlies might have to do some backdoor stuff to kind of soften that.
Schull looks for somebody, throws to Davis, gets by a man. What a pass to McCoy, and Kalen gives Labette County their first lead of the game.
That was a great last-second pass Davis made there. Good bounce pass, good shot by McCoy.
Pass inside to Robertson, and she'll lay it in wide open, and their first field goal is good. 5-4 Parsons, not wasting time. Here comes Labette. Schull, long two-pointer, airballed and out of play. It tumbles here right below us.
Not a bad shot there, just, you know, just didn't make that one, so we need to take that till when we get it.
Hinman Mitchell returns quickly. Having a seat is Heidi Schultz, her first break. Meanwhile, for Parsons, last week, they only played 2 games. They lost to Frontenac and Fort Scott. 2 pretty good ball clubs there. So
yes,
both teams, tough schedules. Here's a missed shot underneath by Hinman Mitchell. Rebound Grizzlies. 5-4 visitors. 3 minutes nearing here in the first period.
Good rebound there by Baker. We need that one rebound shot.
Peyton Davis with contact scores the floating shot. Labette County reclaims a 1-point lead, and a blocking foul called on Jackie Scholl as Stoneberger was riding the right baseline, or sideline.
Jackie will learn that. She wasn't quite in position. She's going to have to kind of learn if she can't get over to the sideline and in front of the ball handler, she's going to have to bail out on that, or that will get called a block like that. So good effort, just a little timing issue.
3 minutes to play, first quarter. Labette County 6, Parsons 5. Three-point shot is on its way and short by Ball. And the rebound goes out of play. Labette County will have it. It's kind of funny, whenever we play at home, I look across at the stands. Here's a nice pass to McCoy, but it went out of her hands. Saved by Carnahan. Oh my, what an effort. Davis on the kick out. Bang! Millie Carnahan, oh my. Timeout Parsons, what a save by number 13 in white.
Yeah, that's one of those stats you don't really see after the game. Had she not made that hustle, we don't get that 3 points. So, yeah, that's where it all comes together.
What I was saying a bit ago is I look across, and it's half full, maybe a little less, probably a little less than half full across from us. And I'm like, man, it's a good turnout tonight. Not great, but a good turnout. And then I look behind me, and these chair backs are the popular selection for fans, as would be for me.
Yeah, I like it.
And there's a ton of people in the chair backs behind us. Sometimes I can forget that there's actually fans, behind us.
Right, yeah. Normally if there's a bad call, that's when there's visiting fans behind you.
Good point. Very true. 9-5, Peyton Davis hits a three and gives Labette County a 4-point lead. Here comes Parsons out of the timeout. 2.5 minutes left in the first. Peyton Davis, active hands, pokes it out of the possession of Schultz, but it went out of play.
See if Labette County can kind of stack a couple of stops here.
3-point shot up and no good for Parsons. They do get the rebound, and then a foul on Davis, or good, one or the other. And they're going to get Peyton Davis her first personal and the team's fourth already, but the first quarter's gone by quick, so it may or may not hurt us with 2 minutes left in the first, a little over.
Yeah, so far it's been a fairly clean game, so that's good.
Bounce pass off the foot of Peyton Davis, so a lot of dead ball stoppages here early in this one. Labette County has had a couple ebbs and flows over the last couple weeks. They've played a lot better ball. They've won 3 of their last 6 games, but lost 2 in a row. And in that mix, they've had their highest scoring game of the season. 3-point shot missed by Parsons. Hinman Mitchell rejected by McCoy. Nice block. Carnahan with the board. They've had 52 points scored and then only 22 against Independence on Friday.
Yeah, we've been all over the place offensively, and there's a good steal there by Parsons.
Ayana Robertson right to left, jumps into a layup and scores it with 1.5 minutes left in the first. It's 9-7.
Yeah, it was good defense there. I mean, you want to try to read that jump, but sometimes they just get it done.
Keely Good drives, leans in, misses. Carnahan is there and forces it up and gets the benefit of the whistle. Carnahan to shoot 2 free throws.
I like it how Millie gets the ball inside like that. She finds a way to get up and kind of flails her arms a little bit to kind of just help sell the foul. That's important.
Labette County's had their 2 lowest scoring games of the season against Independence. The Lady Bulldogs held us to 22 points on Friday, and then back in Burlington they held us to 18 points. First free throw good for Carnahan. Gives Labette County a 3-point lead, and if she can make this one, it'll be 4. Boy, am I good at math. But she does miss it, and Parsons will have it. Looks like there might have been a lane violation on Labette County.
Yeah, I think so. And Labette County continues to set up this press. Let's see if we can't turn this into some transition points.
Davis nearly gets a steal off of that press. Kylie Roberts checks into the game. Hinman Mitchell swerving through traffic. Bounce pass to Schultz, reverses it to Stoneberger. Davis gambles on a passing lane and nearly wins on the dice roll, but with a minute left in the first quarter, it goes out of bounds off of her hand. And so Labette County will play defense here with a 3-point lead.
Yeah, Peyton Davis continues to disrupt all those passes up top, so really good speed there.
Schultz in the corner, trapped by Carnahan, and Amory Baker is able to get out of it to Kramer. Short pass to Stoneberger. 1 second on the shot clock. They don't see it, and a shot clock violation. Nice defense by Labette County. And now they'll have possession to try to get their largest lead of the game.
Yeah, that's great. Just a real good feeling for a team to let the shot clock kind of wear down like that. That kind of pats you on the back defensively.
37 seconds, first quarter. Roberts trying to throw over a Viking and does so. Carnahan off the screen, dribbles into the paint, spins into a shot that misses off the rim. There's Roberts. Her putback is missed, and how about McKinley Baker crashing for the board? But a foul is called on her mighty effort to try to get an offensive rebound. That'll be her first, and 2 free throws at the other end for the Vikings, as that is the 5th team foul on Labette County.
Yeah, McKinley just wasn't in good position, but her eyes were on rebounding the ball, and that's all she went for. So her motivation and effort was commendable.
First free throw short and no good. Labette County has played 7 games in the last 22 days, going back to the Burlington tournament, which that might not sound like a lot, but if you take out weekends,
yeah,
that's 7 games in 15 days.
Your math is continuing to impress.
Well, I made up the second one, but the first one was true. I was guessing on the weekend thing. Second free throw missed by Schultz. Rebound Labette County. I've got my iPad open tonight with some numbers on it, so I'm going crazy with that. Carnahan with 10 seconds on the clock. In trouble, throws to Kalen, towering above the defense. Pulls it down though, 4 seconds. Good. Keeley with 1 second, blocked, tipped about. Roberts, what an effort. Sorry, Amory Baker nearly got a decent look off, but it was blocked and no good. So at the end of 1, it's Labette County 10, Parsons 7. Both teams still trying to get some flow going. When we return in 30 seconds, we'll give you the SEK League standings for the girls.
At Labette Center, we have worked hard to make it easier than ever to start on your journey to wellness. The center provides a full range of mental health and substance use services to individuals of all ages. With expanded services and same-day access, you can begin your journey when you are ready. Visit our website at lcmhs.com to find out more about our services and begin your journey to wellness today. Labette Center for Mental Health. Help for today, hope for tomorrow.
Welcome back in, Grizzly fans. SEK League standings for the girls' side. In first place, the Lady Bulldogs of Independence are 7-0 in the league, and tied for second is Fort Scott and Pittsburgh with a 5-2 record. And I haven't looked at the schedules exactly. I'm sure those teams get another crack at Independence. It looks like Fort Scott's senior night is against Independence, so that would be a terrific game there in Fort Scott, especially if that's for the league. And then I'm assuming Pittsburgh plays them again as well. In fourth place is Chanute at 3-3, and then Labette County 2-5, and tied for last is Parsons and Coffeyville at 1-6 in the league. Amory Baker tries to get the scoring started in the second quarter and misses. Robertson, no one stops her all the way to the cup, misses the bunny, and the rebound by Hinman Mitchell is going to give her 2 more free throws.
Yeah, right now I'd say Parsons is winning the rebounding game at both ends. Labette County's up 3, but we're going to have to get better position and try to limit the rebounds and putbacks.
First free throw for Hinman Mitchell is up and in. Tonight's trivia question of Lady Grizzly basketball. Comment on YouTube or text my cell phone or my dad's if you have our phone numbers. And if you get it right, we'll name you off on the air and on the broadcast. In 1999, a Lady Grizzly set the record for the most free throws made in one game. Who was that Lady Grizzly in 1999 to make the most free throws ever recorded in a single game in Lady Grizzly basketball history? Right. Second free throw missed by Hinman Mitchell, and Labette County turns it over.
Oh, I was just trying to think back to 1999. Who might have been playing then? My mind's kind of reeling.
7:15 to play in the half. Parsons back with it, and a push foul on the Grizzlies, who have racked up the fouls. That is their second team foul already in the first 50 seconds of the quarter. And so that's 7 fouls dating back to the first quarter as well. So a lot of whistles on our Grizzlies tonight.
Yeah, I don't know if Parsons is getting, to the X quicker, and then we're having to kind of slap to stop it.
Nice jumper from Kramer is off the mark, though. Rebound Grizzlies. Davis left wing, McCoy posting up but not open. She's defended by Robertson underneath. Keely Good left side of the floor. Struggling to dribble here, throws to Amory Baker in line with the rim. Looks for somebody to throw to, hands it to Good with an alley. Stripped, no, fouled by Hinman Mitchell. Trying to take a swipe at the ball, kind of clogged possession so far for Labette County. Not great spacing.
Yeah, I have to credit Parsons' defense right now, kind of keeping Labette County a little bit on their heels, or a little bit not rattled, but we haven't got a good look and any separation like you said. So see how we handle that.
Keely Good, the inbounder, surveys her options and fills in the circle titled Jackie Scholl. Throws out to Keely Good, three-point shot, misses, long board, pinballs to Davis. Labette County keeps the heartbeat alive. Baker up under her favorite move, misses. Oh, she knows she coulda, shoulda had that one.
Yeah, she was frustrated with herself, but that was a beautiful move. She'll make most of those.
Parsons misses on one, rebound Labette County. Keely Good crosses the LC Grizzly logo. Looks to get an angle, nice move by the freshman and scores with the left hand.
Yes, how nice was that? Went around to her defender baseline, left hand lay in. That was really nice.
And she's a freshman.
Yeah.
We got 3 more years of number 21. Three-point shot left wing, and the first 3 of the game is good by Cadence Ball, and it's a 1-point ball game, 5:50 first half. Turnover, Davis kind of got caught and then took a bit of a greedy swipe at the ball, and a foul on Davis, and our third is a team already and her second.
Yeah, I always call that a frustration foul. You come down offensively and something doesn't go your way and you immediately want to fix it. And so as she matures, she'll learn to kind of let that go and drop back and play defense. We can't have her in foul trouble.
5:30 second quarter. Labette County 12, Parsons 11. Aaron Dickens into the ball game for Peyton Davis. Ginger Weathers in as well. Left corner goes the basketball. Ball for them just made a three-pointer on the last possession. She'll throw off though. Left wing three-pointer for Lexi Jones misses, and a putback is off the mark as well for Robertson. Lexi Jones, a sophomore for Parsons, made 3 three-pointers in the JV game today. Here's McKinley Baker getting the friendly roll, and Coach Lyons wants another timeout after McKinley rattled one home. 14-11, Labette County leads. Coach Lyons upset with the official. Let's take a 1-minute timeout on KLKC.
Here's a bright idea: streaming without buffering. It's not 2014. There's no reason for laggy internet and buffering shows. IdeaTech has the technology. It's fiber optic cable. IdeaTech has brought high-speed fiber to 75 communities and counting. Don't put up with outdated internet. Stream without buffering. Another bright idea from IdeaTech.
Parsons with the basketball. Stoneberger steps on the sideline and turns it over. Dad, I was tuned in Waco, Texas at the church conference. Okay, not while I was at the church conference. When we were back at the Airbnb, let me clarify. And I heard Grant, who filled in for me on Friday, bring up that he had been to the Mayberry Days Festival in North Carolina. And whenever I heard that, I thought, oh boy, I bet you're excited to talk to him about that.
Yeah, off the air, I think I ran in his ear a little bit too much. He was probably not glad he brought that up. Anyway, we had a good conversation. Yeah, it was great.
I heard a lot of good feedback from everybody, and just in regards to the job that John did and the job that Grant did last week on Thursday and Friday, and a lot of fun to listen to you guys. I thought I'd ask you about that. Parsons with the basketball. The three-pointer goes in off of the window from Kramer. She was in the corner and still banked it in. And then an offensive foul on Labette County, and we're tied at 14, and Parsons steals back momentum. The foul was on McKinley Baker.
Yeah, I guess she leaned in with her shoulder a little bit, so got 2 on McKinley and got a tie ball game. So kind of as we predicted, this is going to be a good one, probably down to the wire.
14-14. 4:15 remaining in the first half. Aaron Dickens and Kylie Roberts set a trap, but they throw out of it. Pass inside to Schultz underneath, and the layup is good by Kramer, and she's on a little 5-0 run.
Yeah, I tell you, if you're going to trap and press, that's fine, but you can't overcommit.
Baker inside swerving, going up, and a jump ball called, and it'll be Parsons' possession.
Yeah, just a little congested in there. I mean, it's a good look to get it inside, but boy, if you catch it inside and come down with it around your belly and waist area, you're going to get a lot of hands on it. You got to do something really quick in there.
Robertson throws ahead and a little too high for Kramer. So Parsons snatched back a 2-point lead and then turned it over. With 3:40 left, here comes Labette County left to right, needing to score.
Yeah, I'd like to see a good offensive possession. Yeah, Parsons again poked it out.
Yeah, and they're going to call that a foul, yeah. I don't think it was a foul on Scholl, but they're going to call it because of the situation surrounding the foul or the effort. Because Scholl just turned it over, went for the ball. It wasn't a foul, but they're going to call it because she kind of did what you call an aggressive foul. Frustration.
Yeah. So here we are, 3-5, shooting free throws with 3.5 left in the quarter.
Wow. So 5 team fouls already on Labette County, and you know what? They're not. I know I just kind of disagreed with that call, but goodness, they're not bad whistles. The way that Parsons has kind of played and Labette County has not played well at all has been the reason the foul count is so uneven. It's not been uneven officiating by any stretch.
Yeah, we're a little out of position, both in rebounding and maybe not sliding our feet on the press, and just occasionally getting a little bit lazy and kind of slapping for a ball. So we can kind of settle down here and clean our act up and kind of get this game squared around.
Kramer misses both free throws, and then an over-the-back call on Parsons. So not only was it an empty trip to the line for Parsons, but a foul on them as well.
Yeah, and that time we had possession, and Parsons got the foul for going over our back. So you just have to have your body in the right place.
Carnahan picked her dribble up, throws to Dickens. Timeout called by Coach Vollmer. Parsons feeling it, getting more relaxed as the game goes on. 16-14, they lead. Timeout Labette County, back in 30 seconds.
Discover what you've been missing in Parsons, Kansas. Curious Minds Discovery Zone, a children's museum that inspires a love of learning, with hands-on exhibits for all ages to imagine, create, learn, and discover. Kids enjoy looking through microscopes, building on our magnetic ball run wall, creative play in our doctor's office or grocery store, and lots more. Discover, explore, Parsons, Kansas.
(16-14), Parsons leads Labette County here in Altamont, Kansas. Out of a Coach Vollmer timeout, can't imagine she is too happy with our efforts here so far. Good misses a floater, and Robertson right to left off the rip and run.
Had a pretty good look right there. Dickens set a pretty good screen, so kind of see if we follow that game plan going forward, pick and roll.
Hinman Mitchell given room in the corner, misses on the three. Nice rebound by Dickens, soaring in. Here comes Aaron, picks her dribble up in the trap. She's in trouble, looks for options, and is able to throw it off the leg of Schultz. You know, Labette County's come so far in the area of just turnover after turnover, which we saw on occasion early in the year.
Yeah.
But one thing that plagued them amidst those months of turnovers and figuring out how to play best was picking up your dribble too early. And we've seen that tonight a little bit, just picking up the dribble and becoming easy to defend.
Yeah, and also taking the ball to the corners and stuff where you're going to get trapped.
Carnahan misses a three, and the ball slowly tumbles out of bounds. Both Kramer and Good hit the deck going for it and were unsuccessful in their attempts, so Parsons has it. Labette County scoreless for quite some time. Just 4 points in the second quarter for our Grizzlies. 2:20 left in the half.
Yeah, a press encourages you to go to the sideline, and that's where you get in jail. You want to keep the ball in the middle.
McCoy comes crashing in hard on Schultz in transition, and a foul called on Kalen, and 2 free throws coming up for Heidi Schultz. Parsons playing well, and we had kind of kept an eye on the Parsons teams during the Burlington week. We listened to some of their games in the Southeast tournament on the way home, and we'll see it with the boys later, but these girls are just much improved like our team as well, and just fun to see a close game. But, man, we knew Parsons was going to give us a run tonight.
Well, like I said, we beat them up there only by 6.
Yeah.
And right now we're down 2. So, this is about where this game probably belongs. And whichever team, I think, does the fundamental things soundly, watches your fouls, gets rebounds, those type things will win the game.
Pretty even teams, really, as you just look across the board. Both free throws missed by Schultz. Parsons is 1 for 6 from free throws in the second quarter, so we're fortunate there. Carnahan misses a 3 to Weathers on the rebound. Keely Good crosses over, throws back to Millie. Drives, dump down, Baker, open! Almost got the and one, but Amory will settle for a trip to the line.
It's a much better possession. Got a couple of shots, penetrated, which always creates opportunities to pass off or shoot. So far we haven't gotten any points off this possession, but just some better looks, and that's all you can hope for.
Baker's first free throw is no good. She's 0 for 3 on free throws tonight. Looking to correct that here. Second free throw is in.
See if the Grizzlies can't finally get maybe a stop or a turnover.
Stepping out of bounds is Parsons, trying to push the ball up the near sideline. And so it's a 1-point game with 1:45 left in the half. Parsons with the advantage. Leading the way so far in scoring for Labette County is Peyton Davis with 7. And for Parsons, it's Brenna Kramer off the bench with 5. Kylie Roberts, Keely Good, Amory Baker, Ginger Weathers, and Amelia Carnahan in the game. Ginger Weathers misses a jumper, nearly gets her own miss, and hangs tough in there to create the jump ball, which will give it to Labette County.
I always like that. I always like seeing someone shoot and then get their own rebound kind of a thing. That's just a really good effort.
Weathers in the paint, backdoor Keely, layup, no! Baker on the rebound, and she's fouled going up, and she will shoot 2 free throws yet again. Nice back cut by Keeley Good, though.
Yeah, it sure was, and a good look to get her to the ball. I know she wants that layup try again. That was so close. So nice job, though, by Baker staying down low and getting the putback.
Baker misses on the first. The senior will get one more try. We anticipate a close and competitive boys game later as well. I'm sure we'll see a much different Parsons boys team, and Labette County gets another unnecessary foul, as we also have to kind of remember Parsons is in the bonus, and so if they're in position to get a rebound, just sprint back and play defense.
Yeah, it's frustrating, and I know it's frustrating for the girls to get those fouls like that. They're just not needed if you don't have a legit opportunity to grab the ball. These refs are calling it. We've had a few reffing situations where you can play a little looser like that and get away with it, but not tonight.
First free throw good from Hinman Mitchell. The second one off the mark. Rebound Grizzlies. So amidst some of the poor playing, Labette County only down by one basket with 1 minute to play in the half. Carnahan drives, lost it, steal, Hinman Mitchell. Parsons keeping the pressure applied. Right to left, Hinman Mitchell heaves one, and somehow it's tracked down by Stoneberger in the corner. She'll look, throw to Robertson in the paint, given room, and scores.
Yeah, that was nice. That was a good pass by Stoneberger and a really nice shot there. You got to credit that.
A 4-point Parsons lead, 37 seconds left in the half. Weathers throws to Roberts in the corner. Baker, deep catch, one dribble and picked it up. Stolen, Kramer, right to left. Picks her dribble up and carried it. Good call. I didn't think he'd actually whistle it in. And so a turnover. Boy, Parsons, still they played so well to be up 4, but a big moment there kind of missed on the carry on Kramer.
Yeah. So far, Parsons has played a better game. They felt like their defense has been, created some issues for us. So our girls are just going to have to settle down here and win this ball game one possession here at a time.
20 seconds left in the half, no shot clock. Peyton Davis back in with 2 fouls. Bounce pass to Scholl, a little jumper, misses off the rim, rebounded by Ball. 8 seconds on the clock. Right to left, Kramer. If we foul, they're shooting free throws. Carnahan isn't going to foul, and then a foul on Parsons. And that's their 5th as a team, and it'll be 2 free throws for Labette County with 1.8 seconds left in the half. Big moment there to try to cut into the 4-point deficit.
So once again, Millie Carnahan's hustle is going to create some potential points here. It happened earlier when she saved the ball and flipped it back to, I think, Davis. I forget now who made a 3. So, yeah, credit to Millie's effort on that.
Carnahan misses the first free throw. Both teams have struggled from the line tonight. Grizzlies are 2 out of 9 on free throws.
Oh, my goodness.
And Parsons is 5 of 12. Carnahan's second is a swish, gets it to a 1-possession game going into the locker room. And so the halftime score will be Labette County 16, Parsons 19. Looking like a good game on tap here in Altamont. We'll talk through how that first half went in the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show here in 5 minutes on KLKC. Lady Vikings of Parsons have the edge here at the halftime break on our Lady Grizzlies by a score of 19-16. Welcome in, Grizzly fans, to the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show, brought to you by Doctors Newland, Gilmore, and Ray. A few other sponsors we would like to thank include Labette Health, the Bartlett Co-op, Labette Bank, Wood Insurance Center, Labette Community College, Tank Connection, SEK Orthopedics, Doctors Mosier and Meister, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, the Unified School District of USD 506, Elm Haven Nursing Home and Woodridge Estates, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Commercial Bank, the Corner Store of Altamont, Labette Center for Mental Health Services, Community National Bank, Idea Tech, and Brown's Mechanical and Plumbing Services. And we would also like to thank Day and Zimmerman as well. 3:20 until the start of the second half. Grizzlies trail by 3. Dad, walk us through kind of just never really found that flow and played good ball for too many stretches in that first half.
Yeah, it didn't seem like, and we spoke to it. Parsons has defended well and kind of kept our offense out of any rhythm at all. We're just constantly kind of on life support, trying to get the ball to the next person. Pretty much, it's felt like. So, and our fouling is just also just kind of broken the flow of the game and given Parsons an opportunity to shoot a lot of free throws. So I think Parsons, did they have 5 made free throws?
Yes, Parsons went 5 for 12 on free throws in the first half, and the Grizzlies went 3 for 10.
Okay, so not a huge deal there, I reckon, but it sure seemed like we had a whole lot more fouls. But anyway.
Yeah, it did.
I don't have the perfect recipe here. I think I'm going to pull a Coach Vollmer, and what I mean by that is I've heard her say so much. There's no one thing to say other than we just need to play basketball, kind of relax, let the game come to us, and as we start to generate a couple of good things, it seems like we relax, play better, gain momentum, gain confidence. So whatever that message is from Coach Vollmer, that's what we need to do and score some points.
Leading the way in scoring for Labette County at the halftime break, Peyton Davis had 7, and she sat most of that second quarter due to 2 personal fouls. Amory Baker had 3. Kaylin McCoy, McKinley Baker, and Millie Carnahan all had 2. For Parsons, it was Ayana Robertson with 6, Brenna Kramer with 5, Braylon Hinman Mitchell with 3, Cadence Ball with a 3-pointer, and Heidi Schultz with 2. At the end of the first quarter, it was Labette County 10, Parsons 7, and then the Vikes got us 12-6 in the second quarter, giving us our halftime score, Labette County 16, Parsons 19. Back in 1 minute with the second half on KLKC.
Here's a bright idea. Make sure you put your pants on before leaving the house. Sure, it seems simple, but sometimes simple doesn't happen. At Idea Tech, we think it's simple to have real people who live in Kansas helping customers. We understand that not everyone in our industry agrees, but then again, not everyone puts on pants before they leave the house. We think it's important to get the simple things right. Putting our pants on and providing local customer service. Another bright idea from Idea Tech.
Robertson gets the scoring started for Parsons here in the second half, and she leads all scorers with 8 points, and Parsons leads by 5 right away. But Amory Baker responds, wasting no time are these two teams to open up the second half.
Yeah, no kidding. 2 good possessions by both teams there.
Three-pointer misses by Cadence Ball. Robertson underneath misses on the putback. Hinman Mitchell hits the deck, and Labette County comes away with it right to left.
Parsons still getting pretty good possession, though, so rebounding is going to be a huge deal for Labette County.
Davis steps into a jumper, too strong. Rebounded by Robertson, left to right, loses her dribble on the deck. Keely Good falls on it, and a held ball, possession arrow, Labette County.
Yeah, I feel a little fortunate there. I was afraid she was going to drive all the way down and maybe get a fairly easy lay-in there, so it's good for Labette County to keep that score from happening.
21-18 Parsons, 6:50 third quarter. Carnahan dribbles short corner, throws off to Baker. Entry pass good on a nice back cut, missed the layup, too strong though. Rebound this time pulled down by Cadence Ball.
That's another good look on that back cut. Those back doors are open, so here Parsons has a turnover, so Labette County really needs to take advantage of this, try to get a score here.
Certainly not for a lack of opportunities. There's been stretches where Parsons has had their ailments as well and didn't shoot well from the free throw line, did the Vikings, but Labette County struggling on the offensive end for back-to-back games. Amory Baker holds the ball above her head, gives it to Davis. Deep pass to the corner. Carnahan dribbles, shoots, misses. Tipped about twice. Rebound, Hinman Mitchell.
Yeah, once again, got a decent look and an almost basket. We just need some of those to go down for us.
Oh, a foul called on Millie Carnahan on Stoneberger's shot. And she was in motion, and so 2 free throws for Parsons here. That's just the first foul of the second half. However, that's the 3rd personal foul on Amelia Carnahan of Labette County.
Yeah, we need our senior guard out there, so I know she doesn't like to, but she's going to have to play conservative defensively. Like that one right there might not have been a foul, but anytime your hand makes that motion on a shot, some refs are going to call that.
Stoneberger splits the pair, 4-point lead for the Vikes. So they've kind of punched first in the second half, outscoring the Grizzlies 3-2 over the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Carnahan, nice offense for the Grizzlies here. Amory Baker turned into the chest of her defender and couldn't get a clean shot up.
I like how we're getting inside. We're getting some passes inside. I'd love to see Amory catch that thing head high and just go up. Don't go down and then up, just go straight up. She's a great shooter like that.
Throws it in. Here's another opportunity. Baker does go up, misses, poked out by McCoy, but into possession of Heidi Schultz.
It's a nice job there by Baker. It simply didn't go down for her that time.
Kramer in the corner, traveled with it. And Parsons with a couple turnovers on their last 3 possessions.
Yeah, Labette County's had some possessions here to score, so maybe 3rd time's charm here.
Davis, open 3 from the top, short, rebound good, goes up, no whistle there, and it's on the deck, and a held ball will give it to Parsons. Nice look, though, for the freshman at the top of the key.
Yes, it was, and then I liked what Keeley did. She caught the rebound with her hands extended and just went straight up. Didn't go in, but she didn't bring it down and hesitate. Just a quick pop put back.
McKinley Baker into the game for Amory Baker. And yeah, you make a good point. Amory finds herself in scoring position quite often, but she'll keep the ball about belt high and turn into her defender, and then it's
hard to
clogged,
get it up.
Clogged. Yeah, kind of keep that ball outstretched a little bit perhaps would help. Left to right, here comes Parsons, and a 10-second violation whistled. Labette County was applying pressure, and Coach Lyons is saying that he was calling a timeout. He was seated on the bench, though, Maybe if he would have gotten up and walked towards half court, they could have heard him better. The ref said that he couldn't hear him.
Yeah, arguing kind of a moot point there.
Stoneberger, active hands, pokes it out from Davis, but the Grizzlies will keep it with just 2 points to show through 3 minutes of third quarter play. Davis lobs one into McCoy, and a foul on Parsons, and Kalen McCoy with a trip to try to cut into this 4-point deficit the Grizzlies face.
I love it. I love any time a player gets downhill and goes aggressive, and Kalen's so good inside and tall, so that was really well done by Kalen McCoy.
She will make the first free throw. Jackie Schull into the contest for Keeley Good. A good turnout here on Cancer Awareness Night, Labette County versus Parsons. And McCoy makes both free throws. She's got 4 points total.
Boy, that's a big help there by McCoy. Got us 2 points. Now we need to stop. Oh.
What was the call here?
Late whistle, I know that.
Yeah, they get Jackie Schull there, her third personal and the team's second. And so it's Jackie Schull and Amelia Carnahan both still on the floor with 3 personal fouls.
Labette County's fouls kind of continue.
A lot of them in the first half as well. Over 5 fouls in both quarters in the first half. Airballed shot by Kramer. She had 5 points in the first half, but this one won't go. Lands out of bounds. Labette County has the ball. Amelia Carnahan having a conversation with the official. You know, I see that a lot from Millie. She'll talk to coaches from the other team. She'll talk to officials. She kind of lets her presence be felt a little bit.
Yeah, I've noticed that too.
Steal. Robertson left to right, tracked down by Davis. Nice head fake, and Robertson scores.
It's one of those easy transition buckets you hate to give a team, but hey, it happens, so got to work harder down here.
A 4-point Parsons advantage. McKinley Baker, nice lane to the hoop, but had it lost and intercepted by Parsons. Long pass by the Vikes is incomplete and turned over. They've had 2 chances to go up 6. They had one in the first half and had a similar turnover, and just another one right there.
Yeah, we'll take it, though. We need those. McKinley Baker had a nice drive earlier. Just the shot just kind of went off her arm a little bit. Like she kind of lost the handle.
Ball deflected out of bounds by Parsons. Labette County will have it in a half-court situation. It's Kylie Roberts, McKinley Baker, Kaylin McCoy, Peyton Davis, and Amelia Carnahan on the floor. Roberts throws one in with her dominant left hand to Carnahan. Goes back to Kylie and out of her grasp. A really poor turnover there by Labette County. No defender within sight.
Yeah, those are just daggers. You got to forget about them and move on. Those are just tough to take.
And here's a layup good by Hinman Mitchell. Her first field goal of the game. Grizzlies down 6, largest deficit of the game. How do they respond to it? And they'll start with a full timeout called by Coach Vollmer. Parsons striking here in Altamont. Let's take a 1-minute break here on KLKC.
In 2003, Tank Connection founders envisioned a Southeast Kansas-based company dedicated to innovating voltage storage tanks, offering superior products and services through a customer-focused team. 2 decades later, and products in 64 countries and on 6 continents, this vision endures. Tank Connection employee owners are dedicated to a future where their shared purpose brings empowered realities to as many lives as possible.
26-20, Labette County looking down the barrel of their largest deficit of the night. Parsons came out of halftime outscoring us so far 7-4, which they held a 3-point lead at halftime. So we'll see how Labette County responds in a game where they probably feel like they should win, I guess. But, I mean, man, Parsons really punching us here. They steal it. Here's Robertson, left to right, scores with ease.
Yeah, well, I mean, we just threw the ball away down there. You do that against most every team, you're going to have a hard time winning, I can say that.
Davis rises, and a much-needed floater is good for Peyton Davis. I'll be honest, I would not mind seeing Peyton Davis go into takeover mode on offense.
Well, yeah, you and me both, or somebody, but Parsons is red hot right now.
Lexi Jones buries a three. She's a good shooter. She had 3 threes in the JV game and bangs one right there, swishes it actually, and just checked into the game, did the sophomore.
Yeah, so Labette County finds themselves down 9.
31-22 Parsons. A pass inside, intercepted. Hinman Mitchell left to right, throws up ahead. This is a big possession, and they throw it away again.
Yeah.
I know they keep gaining on us as far as the lead, but anytime they have a big lead, they turn it over in transition after a steal.
Yeah, it seems like they've kind of gotten bit by the same bug we have. You know, we've had 2 or 3 just giveaways ourselves, so Grizzlies just really need to focus on cleaning up here.
The longer this game stays like this, the more tight you have to imagine Labette County might get. McKinley Baker with a jumper, and it's good from about 13 feet. Believe me, I measured, but what a shot by McKinley. That's not an easy one.
No, confident shot. She didn't think about it. She just took the shot. That was awesome.
Keely Good flies in and forces a held ball that gives it to Labette County, so the 9-point lead became 7. And then a jump ball gives it back to us.
Labette County cut it from 9. What are we, 7 here? So, boy, another good offensive possession and score would be a big deal.
Entry pass Baker, good position, scores! Amory Baker with her first pure post score tonight.
Yeah, here we go. Maybe we're going to put together some good offensive possessions in a row and get a little momentum.
Carnahan nearly got a steal. They were able to throw out of it. Jones wants another, misses, backside board and one. Cadence Ball. She'll head to the line to try to convert the 3-point play.
Yeah, it was a nice job by Ball. She came in backside, saw the shot coming, just got good position and the putback. Not much you can say there.
Ball converts. Big possession for Parsons. The scoring has heated up in the second half. Parsons leads by 8 with 1:40 left in the third.
See if the Grizzlies can stay patient and not get frenzied here. Let's just win this possession and go from there.
Davis drives, tried to give a little bunny handoff to Carnahan, but it was too tight. Parsons intercepts and turns it over again. I mean, those turnovers would be unfortunate for Parsons if we would score on the backside of them. But right now, they're not hurting Parsons, really.
Yeah, we're not converting much of that to points, but again, I keep thinking if we can get a couple to go and kind of just get something going our way, we can change that.
Yeah. Jackie Scholl, right wing. Patient with it. Dribbles to the near side. Spins. Puts up a tough shot that misses. And the rebound goes to Parsons. This is one of those situations where it's easy to get a foul. Nice job, though, by Keely Good not getting too aggressive. And a 10-second call right as Robertson was crossing half court. I mean, man, she was mid-stride and he whistled in the 10-second call with 55 seconds left in the third quarter.
I will say that's nice. I like our defensive effort there. That's a second or third 10-second violation.
Here's a cut. Scholl inside, misses. Rebound Carnahan in the paint, and a foul on the floor on Parsons, who has done a nice job tonight playing without fouling. Just their second foul of the third quarter. 45 seconds remain.
Some good action there. Schultz cut through and had a decent little look inside. And Carnahan, of course, hustles and scraps for it, keeping it alive.
Carnahan set to pitch it in. Throws to Schultz. Carnahan in the corner. Dribbles. Picks it up. Looks inside. Deflected. Poked around. She'll track it down. Carnahan looks to get downhill. Picked her dribble up and he called a foul before this looked to be travel eventually, but a foul before evidently. A lot of three-syllable words there. An 8-point deficit for Labette County, not really playing fantastic tonight. Is Labette County just not quite as crisp as we had seen flashes of since the Burlington tournament?
Yeah, we're just not comfortable at all offensively, and maybe that's purely Parsons' defense, you know.
McKinley Baker rises and misses. Nice shot, though, and here comes Parsons. Can they hold for one shot? Coach Lyons wants to, but here comes Kramer weaving in and out of white jerseys. 15 seconds on the clock. Stoneberger dribbles near half court. It looks like they're going to be able to hold. 9 seconds, third quarter. What a performance by the Lady Vikings this evening. 4 seconds, Stoneberger initiates. 3 seconds, floater, no good, but had a nice look. And at the end of 3, it's Labette County 26, Parsons 34. We need a big fourth period by our Lady Grizzlies here tonight to get this victory. Let's see if they can't make it happen in 1 minute on KLKC.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the four-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
(34-26), Parsons leads Labette County. We're live in Altamont, Kansas. I'm Jack Leake III, joined alongside Jack Leake Jr. and Jonathan Dusher. Parsons starts with the basketball. Open three from Schultz. Rebound Carnahan. Labette County gonna need a nice fourth quarter, obviously, to win this one. Stepping out of bounds was Keely Good and turning it over.
Yeah,
just kind of a gloomy night.
Down 8, and we've scored 8 per quarter pretty much, so we're going to have to play great defense.
Oh, they say it was off of Parsons.
Yeah.
Maybe they had possession or something. Wow. And then a touch foul called on Schultz. So what I thought was going to be a bad sequence resulted in possession and then a foul on Schultz. Her second. Good, throws it into Baker, and they're going to say that Robertson, or maybe the ball landed out after Robertson poked it free. So the Grizzlies trying their darndest to get good looks off, let alone score. It's been a struggle against this good Parsons defense.
Yeah, it sure has. They've really improved, Parsons has, defensively, if not just in every facet.
A steal by Schultz. Left to right goes the sophomore, cut off and misses the layup. Rebound Good. Here comes Labette County with it. Carnahan dribbles up the floor, throws to Good. One more pass to Davis. She shoots a three and misses. Baker is there, goes up strong and scores.
Boy, we could sure use 4 or 5 of those this quarter. Amory inside, getting the rebound, going straight back with it.
Parsons struggling to get across half court again, and Coach Lyons is heard by the official this time and is granted his timeout. Let's step aside for a 1-minute break, and we'll return with the fourth quarter on KLKC.
V93.5 is your home for the best variety of the 80s, 90s, and today. Get your day started with the Anna and Raven Morning Show. You're the judge during Couples Court. Couples share their disagreement, and then you decide who's right. Think you know pop culture trivia? It could pay off, and you score the cash jackpot when you play Can't Beat Raven. Krause in the House gets you home every weekday afternoon starting at 2. Stream us anytime, anywhere at KLKCRadio.com.
Parsons with the basketball out of the timeout called by Coach Lyons. And they're going to get a foul on Erin Dickens, her first personal, and just the first foul of the fourth quarter for Labette County.
Tell you, the 5 we have out there right now, they're all aggressive. They go for rebounds. So this is a good mixture right now to kind of make a push, I think.
A 6-point Vikings lead. Lexi Jones dribbling around, suffocated by Dickens, and was a little close to Lexi Jones. There's kind of that written but yet unwritten rule that you have to give the person you're guarding just enough room to operate at least.
Yes, yeah. I'd rather have an athlete like that where you say tone it down, but no, what you're saying is right. You can't get that much up in their face like that.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, I hope she tries it again. Might get a steal. Here's Cadence Ball dribbling around, defended by McKinley Baker. We'll see if Parsons doesn't get a little bit tight on their end. We both kind of could smell that maybe. Here's a nice move by Robertson, though, and they're not getting tied anytime soon. She'll score it downhill.
Yeah, it's a nice job there by Parsons. Someone's going to have to step up and stop that.
Davis flies in and misses, and a whistle going the other way from the official who was standing on the border between Oswego and Chatopa. Whistled in the foul. Struggled to think of two towns there for a second, but he was a long ways away from the play nonetheless.
He was.
Man, gosh, I need to research jokes again or something. Jonathan didn't even look at me on that one. That's when you know it's bad. He's still not looking at me. Here's Ball thrown up ahead, pass intercepted by Davis. She'll pick it up and bring it right to left. Under 6 minutes to play, and a turnover by Labette County, unforced yet again. Coach Vollmer a bit irritated visibly on the sideline. Big time 3 by Kramer. No. Rebound McKinley Baker. That miss and rebound was the biggest sequence so far if we can come back and win.
Yeah, it was a big rebound by Baker, and yes, we can't just throw the ball to the blue skies.
Nice pass by Peyton Davis to McKinley Baker, who's playing pretty clean ball tonight. She's got 6 points, does McKinley.
Yeah, McKinley plays so consistent.
Steal by Carnahan. How on planet Earth is that not a foul? I'm not sure, but they didn't call it. Carnahan stole it and was bumped to the ground, and it'll be Parsons' possession. A 6-point Viking lead. Robertson, she's killed us tonight, gets downhill again, and then somehow that's a foul, and she'll shoot 2.
Yeah, McKinley did what all athletes do when they feel like they didn't do anything wrong. They just stand still with their hands straight in the air like to the ref, what's wrong with this? So those are tough.
Robertson misses the first free throw.
Grizzlies have to box out here. On a missed free throw, it's just kind of the cardinal sin to let the other team get the rebounds, what it feels like.
Second free throw, short as well, rebound Baker, so the free throws don't hurt us. It's just a 6-point game with 5 minutes left. Davis drives, shoots a floater, doesn't get the friendly. McCoy putback misses. Baker for the third try, nearly got the and one, but Amory to shoot 2 big free throws.
Yeah, to your point earlier, I'm slowly starting to feel Parsons, they've played with the lead this whole half and pretty much most of the game, and Labette County's starting to feel a sense of urgency here, and so they're rebounding, crashing the boards, making a few things happen. And as we slowly tighten this game, hopefully Parsons will tighten up and make some mistakes.
Baker makes both free throws, and it's a 4-point game. And the vice gets a little tighter. Left to right, Parsons with it.
Definitely feels different in here a little bit right now.
Hinman Mitchell throws off to Kramer, drives downhill, layup good. Give them credit. They are keeping after it, as they should.
Yeah, that was really a nice drive and a nice finish there. So that's how teams beat people. They just stay with it. So see what the Grizzlies respond with.
McCoy, jumper, no. Rebound Parsons. With 4:15 left, it's 38-32 Parsons.
That's not a bad shot by McCoy. I would have liked to see some people crash the boards there.
Robertson, good position again. Foul on Baker. And Robertson, a trip to the line coming up. She has 14 points and leads all scorers tonight.
Yeah, Parsons has played well as a team, but 2 or 3 of their kids have really kind of stood out as the leaders for sure. So
Robertson's first rims off.
Again, rebound here. Get your opponent on your hip.
Second free throw, good. She's got 15. A 7-point lead for Parsons. Peyton Davis in jail, throws to Scholl. In tough position, a floater rims out, rebound on the deck, and either a jump or travel, and they're going to call a jump ball, and Labette County has possession arrow.
Still got time here, down 7, 3:55 left, but by the same token, going to have to kind of make some things happen like
wow,
that.
Davis with an and one, an unconventional way to put up a shot, but it was through contact, so she thought, why not, and ended up getting the bucket. So this can cut it to a 4-point game if she can get the free throw to go.
Yeah, Peyton's a super creative player, just kind of goes for it and figures it out on the way to the rim.
Misses the free throw, rebound Labette County. Carnahan drives, Davis was open, didn't see her though, rebound Parsons.
Would have loved to see Amory Baker put that back. She had a bunny shot.
Robertson drives again and is fouled again. The way she drives and the way Labette County's kind of folding on top of her when she makes contact, I mean, they are fouls in my opinion. And so Robertson to shoot 2 more.
Yeah, talked about it at halftime. Fouls, valuing possessions, trying not to just give turnovers away. Some of those things have hurt us tonight, so still down 6.
Yeah. Robertson's second free throw is no good. Rebound, Amory Baker. Labette County has not played well tonight in many facets. If they can pull out a win, we'll take it. Carnahan in the corner. Throws to McCoy. Kalen looks to drive. Nice move, and she's fouled going up, and McCoy, who is 2 for 2 tonight, with 2 big free throws, 3:19 remaining.
Yeah, very nice again by McCoy. Stayed patient, turned around, saw an opening, an edge, and went for it. And that's exactly how she needs to play. That was really well done.
That's 5 personal fouls on Braylon Hinman-Mitchell. She is, of course, out of the game. She finished with 5 points. We kind of put the clamps on her tonight, but it's been sophomore Ayanna Robertson who has hurt us on offense for Parsons. McCoy misses both free throws. The second one went down and then decided not to fall through.
Okay, the Grizzlies have to stack some stops. We have to have 2 or 3 stops coming up.
Three-pointer for Schultz, misses. Rebound Schull, and a foul on Parsons. And that's 2 free throws for Labette County.
Yes, and that's a similar foul to what Labette County's done many times. We had the rebound, and they stuck around and got a little greedy trying to grab the ball and got a holding call.
Three minutes to play in the game. Parsons leads by 6. Schull to shoot 2 free throws and misses the first one. A lot of missed free throws tonight for both teams, really.
Yeah.
Second free throw for Schull, missed as well. And the rebound goes out off Parsons, I think. Yeah, it did. McCoy swiped at it, but 2 Vikes were in front of her. And so Labette County will have possession with 3 minutes to go, down by 6. Timeout, Labette County. Can Coach Vollmer somehow patch together this ugly performance into a win? Let's take a 1-minute timeout on KLKC.
Here's a bright idea. Make sure you put your pants on before leaving the house. Sure, it seems simple, but sometimes simple doesn't happen. At Idea Tech, we think it's simple to have real people who live in Kansas helping customers. We understand that not everyone in our industry agrees, but then again, not everyone puts on pants before they leave the house. We think it's important to get the simple things right. Putting our pants on and providing local customer service. Another bright idea from Idea Tech.
Labette County with possession of the basketball, down by 6 here at home to the Lady Vikings of Parsons. These two teams were in a close contest in December where Labette County won by 6.
Not sure what the refs are talking about.
You alive over there? What just happened?
I said I'm not sure what the refs are talking about, and I kind of died off there.
40 to 34. Labette County trails. Officials talking to the scores table crew and appear to have come to a settlement. Labette County will have it, needing to score here. Nice play. Baker misses, gets her own, goes up strong, and it's rebounded by Robertson. What a beautiful play design by Coach Vollmer. Robertson drives, scoops, misses. Rebound Baker. Labette County can't have too many more empty possessions now with 2:40 left.
No, we had some great looks there, so you'd like to finish those. So time to go to work here.
Bounce pass to Schull, a few feet from the rim, heaves one up and misses, and a foul on Labette County and 2 free throws for Parsons at the other end. Still might win it, but this is a rough night tonight.
Well, we had some chances there to make some baskets that we almost always do, and you can see it on these girls' faces. You know, they're frustrated for themselves. I mean, you try, you give effort, and some nights it's just harder to make it happen. But with 2:30 left, only down 6, we're still very much so into winning this ball game.
Oh, yeah.
Have to tighten it up here.
Schultz misses the first free throw. It's 40-34 Parsons with 2.5 minutes left in the game. One more free throw to come from Schultz. She'll bend at the knees, fire away, miss it short, rebound Parsons. Not sure why they shot it, but they did, and then they got the rebound again. Robertson misses. I'm shocked Parsons didn't pull out and dribble for a minute.
Yeah, I think Coach wanted them to do that, but they were just inside and thought they'd go up with it.
And then Davis gets a layup to go. That's a huge swing, I'm telling you. That's a big moment right there. Here comes Parsons, left to right.
Uh-oh.
Trap, near steal. Robertson saves the day again. Throws off to the corner to Ball, and now they back it out.
Little change here, down 4. Parsons looks a little,
they're tight now.
Tightening up a little bit, so it's so hard to try to just dribble around and kill clock. It just is.
Robertson's been so good for them at getting downhill, getting her shoulders past her man and making something happen. We're going to have to defend the sophomore in order to come back and win this on the defensive end. Carnahan defending Stoneberger tightly. Throws off to Kramer. Doubled by Baker and Carnahan, looking for a friend, throws to the corner, near steal, they keep it alive. Stoneberger, 3 seconds on the shot clock, they don't quite see it. Left wing, shot clock violation. Turnover Parsons with 1:34 left in the game. Labette County trails by 4.
Okay, if somehow we can get inside there and then get a basket or draw a foul, make a couple free throws.
Carnahan right to left, dribbling with her right hand, now switches left. Goes to the right again, to the cup. No one stopped her. Oh, and an offensive foul called. That had to have been away from the ball on Amory Baker because Carnahan didn't make contact. Okay, it was on Amory, and that's an offensive foul, so I don't think it's 2 free throws. And yeah, so Parsons will inbound, and a timeout called by Parsons. Let's step aside for 30 seconds. A close finish here on KLKC.
At Labette Center, we have worked hard to make it easier than ever to start on your journey to wellness. The center provides a full range of mental health and substance use services to individuals of all ages. With expanded services and same-day access, you can begin your journey when you are ready. Visit our website at lcmhs.com to find out more about our services and begin your journey to wellness today. Labette Center for Mental Health. Help for today. Hope for tomorrow.
Quick reminder of tonight's trivia question. In 1999, a Lady Grizzlies set the record for the most made free throws in a game. Who was that Lady Grizzly? We'll give it to you at the postgame show here in a bit. Labette County down by 4 with 1:20 left, applying some full court pressure. Robertson, the sophomore, switches hands. No one in front of her. Leans into a floater and travels with it. She wanted to pump fake, but kind of got caught in the air and came down traveling. Did the official hurt his knee?
Well, I don't know, but 2 things I saw there. One, no one stopped Robertson till way too late, and then
the official acted hurt for a second. Unless he was just laughing at himself. He kind of flubbed that call a little bit. Here's Davis driving, forcing contact, and scoring. Oh my, that was a low percentage shot, but she got it to go. 2-point game, 1 minute left. Here comes Parsons.
Oh.
And I thought maybe Stoneberger stepped out of bounds, but Davis was able to poke it free, and it was out on us.
You see Davis stepping up her game and her energy here. I mean, they all are, but
foul called on Keely Good, and 2 free throws coming up for Kramer. It's 40-38 Parsons. We knew it would reach a point, and it's not a discredit to Parsons. You and I just watched this our whole lives.
Yeah.
We knew it would hit a point where they would tighten up and shut down on offense, and that's happened. They've been at 40 for a while, but Labette County has labored for a while to tie. Kramer's first free throw hits the back of the rim, goes high in the air, and then falls down true. A big shot there by the freshman. Second free throw for Kramer.
Got to get the rebound no matter what. You have to get this rebound.
Second free throw, no good. Rebound, McKinley Baker. Here comes Labette County. You don't need a three by any stretch. Keely Good, right wing. Throws it right to Robertson. Left to right, and she'll score. That sums up the night right there.
It does, and then we throw it away somehow. There's 3 white jerseys, and we throw it in the student section. I mean, those things happen, but it really is what's happened tonight.
Yeah, that was a pretty good summarization right there. Had some chances, and now those chances are looking pretty bleak. Timeout, I think Labette County. It's 43-38 Parsons with 39 seconds left, and Parsons has the ball. As we'll go ahead and give you guys the answer of the question. Jonathan, you want to check the YouTube comments there, see if anyone got it right. But the question was, who's the Lady Grizzly in 1999 that set the record for the most made free throws in a single basketball game? The answer was Erica Hoover with 17 made free throws.
Yeah.
We had 2 correct answers. Cheryl, I'm assuming that's Cheryl Thomas.
Yes.
And Carolyn Waugh got the answer right. Well done, Cheryl and Carolyn.
A little bit of trivia about Erica Hoover. She appeared on the show Pawn Stars. She was on there when she was like in her 20s selling something. It's kind of, I don't know, bet you didn't know that.
No, I did not know that. That's not just kind of cool, that is cool. Jonathan, you knew that? No, you didn't know that. Erica Hoover, 17 made free throws. It's Parsons basketball, and the officials are giving it to Labette County. What's happening?
We threw it out of bounds, I thought.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
They're saying that Coach Vollmer called a timeout before the ball was thrown out of bounds. This official right here, I have no idea if that's what he said, but it looked like he pointed to our bench and said the word timeout. Parsons fans are about to be so mad behind me.
They don't understand the conversation.
Well, I mean, I still get the frustration. Wow. It might not matter if we don't score. Here comes Davis right to left. What a big moment. Carnahan, left wing, looks to drive, dribbles, kicks it to Keeley. Davis got to get something up quick. Peyton has it stripped out of bounds, and then it was out off of her, so it's not really going to matter anyways. And it'll be Parsons basketball with 23 seconds left. Labette County down by 5. Robertson to throw it in, throws, and a foul on Labette County. Man, hitting the deck pretty hard there was, I think, Schultz maybe. Yes, man, Parsons has played a great game.
Yeah.
I mean, they haven't, played just jaw-dropping, but they just came in. Their defense has been amazing, and they have been composed on offense. They've really done a nice job tonight.
It does seem like tonight they, did a nice job of keeping the Grizzlies just off balance and never really settled into an offense. So,
yeah.
And what's interesting to me is I did feel like we didn't play, up to our standards tonight necessarily. But just about 30 seconds ago, we were 2 points out.
I know.
Yeah, and to feel like we didn't play very well, and a lot of that's because Parsons did play well. We were still in this game.
A split pair of free throws for Schultz, and Labette County has to score something here. And an and one for Peyton Davis. And the heart rate monitor just signaled a really faint beep if you listened real close after that shot went in. And if she makes this free throw, it's a 3-point game with 17 seconds left.
Isn't that crazy how quickly? Basketball is such an amazing sport, how quickly. I mean, it's never over.
This free throw has to go in. It's a 4-point game right now, unless we get the rebound. The and one free throw's good. And then the inbounds is stolen by Labette County, and a jump will give it to Parsons. Oh,
That's the effort.
14 seconds left in the game. Parsons will inbound again. Robertson will throw it. Wide
Has to get
open
back.
is Kramer, and she's fouled. So one free throw will end the game if she can make it, which she is 1 for 4 from the line tonight. And Kramer's played really well. And she's a freshman and has 8 points. One free throw would just about seal it with 11 seconds left. The Labette County down by 3.
Yeah, both teams have some nice young players, freshmen and sophomores.
First free throw misses for Kramer. And I wonder, Coach Lyons was talking to his group. I wonder if she misses this, if Parsons fouls us when we get across half court. I guess we're in the bonus. He might not. Some coaches like to do that. Kramer's second is good. Here comes Labette County with 8 seconds left. Carnahan's layup is off the mark. 4 seconds left. Rebound Parsons and Lexi Jones. And a foul on Labette County. And the Lady Vikes are going to walk into Labette County and leave with a victory. What a great win for Parsons.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you always, of course, want to find all the right things to say about your team and for your team. This evening, Parsons played the better game, I feel like, from wire to wire. So
absolutely, they
feel like
did.
they deserve this one.
Lexi Jones misses the first free throw, and with 3 seconds left in the game, she'll get one more. It is no good. Rebound Labette County. And Carnahan will heave one up at the buzzer that nearly went in. And Parsons with a very nice 45-41 win here on the road. That doesn't happen much. Parsons does not win here often on the girls' side of things. And so a really sweet-tasting victory for the Lady Vikes, and a well-deserved one at that. Final score 45-41 Parsons. Let's step aside for 4 minutes and come back with the Bowen Pharmacy post-game show. Welcome back, Grizzly fans. This is the Bowen Pharmacy post-game show of Labette County Lady Grizzly basketball. I didn't know they were going to do this tonight, but a really special moment set aside for assistant coach Heather Wilson, who's also our theater program leader here, a teacher who has done unbelievable with the theater program and the arts and that department here at the school. They had a moment for her, and just recognizing her as a leader, teacher, mother, and battling cancer. Tonight's kind of directed towards her battle with cancer with the shirts honoring her. She is a special person and puts in more hours than people will ever realize at this school.
Yeah, hardest working person I've ever known. I mean that. I say that a lot, actually. Lives south of Columbus, so wakes up 40 minutes before everybody else anyways, and gets here by 7, works all day, coaches basketball, then leaves from basketball and goes right over there to theater and rehearses theater till 10 o'clock at night, many nights. Always pleasant, always a professional, and that's why Labette County has one of the best theater departments in the nation, and they've proven that a lot. One of the greats is Heather Wilson.
She's amazing. What a good moment that was. A standing ovation from Grizzly Nation. Nobody deserves that more than her. Awesome. Lady Grizzlies fall tonight 45-41, and to me, this was one of the poorest performances of the season in a few different aspects. And I don't say that in a judgmental aspect. I get paid to tell you what I watched, and that's what I watched. And Coach Vollmer may or may not say that, but I'm sure she'll be in agreement that this was not the crisp and the most cleanest that she's seen this year. A home game against Parsons, who has struggled in stretches as well this season. Certainly hope for a different outcome.
Yeah, for sure. And the girls would tell you that wasn't their best outing. And no athlete ever wants to be patted on the back and raw-rawed and told how good they are when they know it just wasn't their best night. And the effort was there. I mean, they always try. Things just didn't go our way. And Parsons played well, and sometimes things kind of triangulate. Before you know it, you just feel like you had one of those games you want to forget about. So, that's kind of how that closes out there. We just have to regroup and go get Chanute Friday.
Give me just a second while I look up the definition of triangulate.
Well, what's the root?
Try.
Okay.
Triangle. 3.
Yes.
Does it mean like snowball?
And then strangulate. So we just had 3 things, in my opinion, meaning multiple things that kind of came together on one evening.
Wow.
Your little getaway to Texas kind of put a little spunk in your step, didn't it?
It is. It is. The people down there will do that to you, I found out. Leading the way in scoring for Labette County tonight was Peyton Davis. What a nice night she had, though, and was on the bench a lot of the second quarter with 2 fouls. She had 18 points. Amory Baker had 11. McKinley Baker had 6. Kaylin McCoy had 4, and Millie Carnahan had 2. For Parsons, Ayana Robertson matched Peyton Davis with 18. Those two are going to go at it for the next couple years together. Kramer had 9. The freshman off the bench played great. Ball had 6. Hinman Mitchell had 5. Schultz and Jones each had 3. And Stoneberger had 1. At halftime, it was Labette County by 3. And then Parsons outscored us 26. Oh, that's not right. It was Parsons by 3 points at halftime, 19-16. And then in the second half, the Vikings beat Labette County 26-25, giving you your final score, Labette County 41, Parsons 45. Again, congratulations to Cheryl Thomas and Carolyn Waugh on getting the trivia question correct in the girls' game, and we will have a boys' one coming up for you as well. Let's step aside for 2 minutes, and when we return, we'll have the Tank Connection pregame show for the boys' game. Welcome in, Grizzly fans, to the Tank Connection pregame show of Labette County Grizzly basketball. Grizzly boys come into tonight's contest with a 10-7 record and a 4-3 SEK league record. Parsons just 1-15 on the year and still searching for that first league victory of the season. I'll tell you though, the Parsons boys could not have watched anything better to get them hyped up than their girls getting a win over ours tonight. So look for this Parsons Vikings team to be ready to go.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And again, we talked about it during the girls' game. Anytime you've got a rivalry matchup, you just toss all that out the window type thing. And anytime you're in sports and you're having a bad season as far as wins and losses go, you want to play the best teams. I mean, because if you happen to sneak up on a really good team, all of a sudden that lifts your whole season. And so, but our Grizzlies are such a competitive bunch and so deep, 8, 9, 10 deep, of really talented basketball players and certainly athletes, I mean hustlers. So I think one of the keys for the Grizzlies is we need to kind of get out quickly. We don't want Parsons to hang around and have much success early. Sometimes that can just grow on you a little bit if they hang around, and before you know it, it's the fourth quarter and you're only up 3. So, Grizzlies just need to play within themselves, defend like they always do, pressure like they always do, and just kind of let the game take care of itself.
7.5 minutes until starters and tip-off. Labette County last week didn't have the week that they were hoping for either. Both our girls and boys teams last week went 1-2 on the 3-game week. Labette County lost in overtime to Winfield here at home. Boy, was that a nail-biter. Labette County, I mean, man, they played 3 games last week. They were, except Independence really, they were all close, and one went into overtime. And so I can't imagine traveling to Independence on Friday that they were too energized, if you know what. I'm sure they were ready to play.
Oh, yeah.
But from a physicality standpoint, what an exhausting week. Seems like so many games for our boys are the exact same.
Yeah.
The exact same. Kind of close at half. We're up by a few. The other team keeps it close, and we win or lose by 2 to 4. They're all so close.
Yeah, they really are. And it makes it fun,
yeah.
Sorta. Makes it stressful, too. But, yeah, and last Friday, Independence played a great game. They did. They shot lights out. The Lanning kid played a fantastic game, and because we played pretty well ourselves, but, when you get up against a team that's also athletic like you and then shoots really well, and our shooting was a little off, that's kind of the recipe for a struggle. So, anyway, that's behind us. Here we are tonight. And in league play, every single game matters. We won't know anything about sub-state until the regular season's over, and so you have to squeeze out every win possible to help your seeding in sub-state.
Speaking of SEK league play, the standings look a little bit like this. In a tie for first place in the SEK league is Independence and Fort Scott with a 5-2 record. So at the top of the boys, it's Independence and Fort Scott tied at 5-2, and in the girls, Independence is in first, undefeated in the league, and Fort Scott is tied with Pittsburgh for second at 5-2. And Independence plays at Fort Scott on senior night in the last regular season game of the year. So that could have implications for both the girls and boys SEK league champion. And then in third place in the SEK league is kind of a tie. Coffeyville 4-3 in the league, and Chanute 3-3. So Chanute's played one less league game than Coffeyville. Then behind them in fifth place is Labette County's in that tie as well. My apologies. Labette County 4-3 in the league, tied for third with Chanute and Coffeyville. And then Pittsburgh is 3-4 in the league, and Parsons is 0-7. So Independence and Fort Scott heading it up right now, and Labette County, Chanute, and Coffeyville behind those two. Let's step aside for our first 1-minute break. This is the Tank Connection pregame show of Labette County Grizzly basketball.
In 2003, Tank Connection founders envisioned a Southeast Kansas-based company dedicated to innovating bolted storage tanks, offering superior products and services through a customer-focused team. 2 decades later, and products in 64 countries and on 6 continents, this vision endures. Tank Connection employee owners are dedicated to a future where their shared purpose brings empowered realities to as many lives as possible.
Labette County and Parsons squared off back before Christmas break on December 19th, and Labette County won it 71-43, and Nolan Nash made 8 3-pointers and had 28 points in that game. I'm sure we all three remember that, where Nolan Nash just went unconscious. That's a hard word to say. You know what I mean. He went nuclear in Parsons High School. Remember that?
Well, that's when it happens, when you go unconscious. When you, when you quit thinking about anything and just kind of the game starts happening, you can't miss. It's so crazy how sports is. And so I do remember that game. We were up big, and then Parsons clawed back to within like 6. And then we went on that huge bust out again, and that was a weird game. We were up 20-something, then only up 6, and then just blew it out again. So Parsons did not give up that night. So Labette County, tonight, hopefully we get up early and just kind of keep the proverbial foot on the throat type thing and kind of get this game closed out.
Yeah, in that game at Parsons, the Vikings outscored the Grizzlies 19-10 in the third quarter. And that made it going into the fourth quarter, Parsons 37, Labette County 45. And then so an 8-point game, which it probably got to 6 somewhere. I think to start the fourth quarter, I think Parsons scored. And then from that point forward, Labette County outscored them 26-4 to close out the game after they made that bucket, if we're remembering right.
Yeah.
But regardless, you're right, how that game kind of collapsed for Parsons, and the opposite of collapse for Labette County. Nolan Nash, 8 made threes, 1 off tying the record. And so we'll see if somebody can't come close to doing that tonight. Who knows? Everybody in Harrison Gymnasium rises to their feet. The American flag descends from the historic wooden rafters. And let's step aside for a 2-minute break and come back with starters and tip-off. Welcome in, Grizzly fans, live in Altamont, Kansas. Starters for both teams being named off. It's Labette County versus Parsons. Before we get to those starters, how about the job the Labette County Bella Voce class or group did singing the national anthem led by Shauna Terrell. And usually I keep one of my headphones on my ear so I can hear when we're coming back from commercial. But right after they started singing, it sounded so good I had to take my headset off so I could listen to it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's a beautiful, talented group, and I kind of like that. I mean, our band does a great job, but that's a nice, kind of a mix-up and different way to present our national anthem.
Starting tonight for Parsons, number 1, a 6'2 junior, Andrew Hauk. Number 2, a 6-foot-tall senior, Deshaun Pleasant. Number 3, a 5'8 sophomore, Andre Ford. Number 5, a 6'4 senior, Connor Largent. And number 23, a 6'1 senior, Jason Shaw. Starting for Labette County tonight, number 3, a 5'10 junior, Kane Nash. Number 4, a 5'8 senior, Kagan Bates. Number 5, a 6'1 junior, Nolan Nash. Number 24, a 6'1 senior, Barrett Heston. And number 33, a 6'4 junior, Tucker Rush. Head coach for Parsons, Anthony Hauk, assisted by Greg Lampkins and Devontae Yates. For Labette County, they're headed up by Bradley Argabright and assisted by Brian Tucker and David Brown. Labette County 10-7 on the year and still trying to fight for that SEK title. And Parsons 1-15 on the year and 0-7 in the SEK. Labette County will be in home white uniforms with red numbers and lettering, and Parsons in road black uniforms with yellow numbers. Connor Largent will go toe-to-toe with Kane Nash at center court. Referee with the basketball puts it in between both players, puts it in the air, and court is in session. Tip is won by Ford. Hauk hands off to Shaw, throws off to Largent well beyond the arc. Here's a dribble drive by Ford, and a three-pointer by Hauk is swished.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Vikings kind of came out with a big hit there, so
they're going to play well tonight.
Yeah, we'll give it our best.
Parsons just a one-win team, but they have gotten better. Heston misses on a turnaround, tipped out, rebound Hauk of Parsons.
It's like the Grizzlies are going to have to just kind of battle through this and withstand this first minute or so and kind of settle into a game flow.
Ford beyond the arc, looks to drive. I'm sorry, that was Pleasant. Three-point shot by Shaw, misses from the corner. Rebound Tucker Rush, Kagan Bates, long pass, bad pass, well over Nolan Nash, forcing the issue. Occasionally Kagan tends to do that.
Yeah, that's the double-edged sword of playing really quick and making great passes. You get some of those thrown in there with it, so that's just part of the beginning of a game.
Hauk across the timeline, Largent now, left wing. 6:40 first quarter if you're just tuning in. Vikings 3, Grizzlies 0. Pleasant near side, drives, a little floater, goes in, followed by a Coach Hauk fist pump. His team leads 5-0.
They come in with no pressure. They've won one game, 15 losses. I mean, they can just kind of have fun, so the pressure's on Labette County.
Bates fires and misses. Tucker Rush did a nice job not coming back down to earth with the ball, but tipped it home.
Yeah, kept it high like we've talked about so much. So Grizzlies just need to withstand this, like I said, and slowly kind of get this game in hand.
Largent, right elbow. Back out to Pleasant, one more to Hauk. His teammates call for a ball reversal, and it's in the hands of Andre Ford. Pleasant back with it. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Jason Shaw, floater, blocked by Rush. Rebound Bates, left to right, pushing pace. Outlet to Heston. Denied the three. Stolen. Here comes Ford. Picked up by Nash at the hole, misses badly. And here comes Nash up ahead to Bates, one-on-one. Euro, pretty, and he gets it.
Yeah, he did that perfect because he was setting up to take a charge. So Bates did a great job Euro stepping there.
Largent turns and calmly hands it off to Ford. Defended by Bates. Parsons opened up on a 5-0 run. Labette County responded with a 4-0 spurt. Penetration by Ford, and the scooper misses, tipped about, and it's ripped away by Bates, and a subsequent foul on Parsons. Kagan Bates, what an effort.
Any 50-50 ball, he gets it every time. Matter of fact, with him, it's a 99-1 ball. It's not a 50-50.
I like that.
It's just, you don't have a chance.
Andrew Hauk gets a early sub here. Into the game for him is Marion Morton. Heston throws to Nash. Kane will drive, bounce pass, Rush didn't roll, and it's intercepted by Morton. Here he comes right to left, fresh off the bench. Largent wants one, blocked, no, fouled. And it'll be 2 free throws for Connor Largent. This does not look like a 1-15 team.
Well, no, and again, like we said, it's a rivalry. Number 2, Parsons has nothing to lose. You just come play with house money, have fun, and that's when you play your best basketball. Labette County's made a few errors early here, so hey, credit Parsons for showing up, wanting to play, and playing well. I look for Labette County to kind of take over the game here and maybe get some separation.
Both free throws missed by Largent. Rebound Morton.
Like he took 2 or 3 steps there, but it was kind of hard to see for the official.
Here's a drive by Ford and a steal by Kane Nash. Left to right, lost his dribble, and now collects it. Bates open for 3. No! Rebound Largent.
Yeah, Kagan's wanting to foul there.
Parsons quickly the other way, though. Morton is cut off, flips it to Ford, open from deep, missed off the heel. Rebound Shaw. He led them in scoring against us with 12 back in December. Shaw throws out to Largent. 3.5 minutes first quarter. Morton working on Nash, missing on Nash. Rebound Rush. Grizzlies down by 1.
See if we can get set up here and run a little offense, maybe get a good shot.
Kane Nash at the free throw line. Heston wants a 3, misses short, long rebound to Morton.
That's when I'd like to see Barrett stick around, follow his shot a little bit. That rebound came right back to him.
A foul called on Barrett Heston, his first personal foul. The second team foul, not a shooting foul. So Parsons will throw it in by the Labette County bench. And Shaw to throw it in. He does to Hauk. Look at that student section. They are filling all but the whole middle section across the way.
Yeah, that's
I've
impressive.
never seen one that big all year long at a visiting arena.
Along with the ESPN guys pounding the table.
That's some commitment there. Here's Shaw on a right-hand hook, and a putback is good by Cole Kinnett, a 6'5 senior who I don't remember getting a lot of run against us. In fact, I don't know if he played against us in December.
I don't remember. Just a big dude, man. He had good possession.
Here's a steal by Ford, right to left, fouled by Bates. And Parsons giving us deja vu of the game we just finished watching about 30 minutes ago.
Got to be careful not to get frustrated here if you're Labette County. Once you do that, Parsons can smell it. It just gets really hard to snuff that back out. So Parsons is probably going to die a slow death tonight here with this game. You just have to stay patient and slowly kind of quiet this down, because right now they're feeling it.
Ford, his first free throw is good. Connor Largent and Deshaun Pleasant into the ballgame. I feel like we would have certainly remembered seeing Cole Connett, a 6'5 senior.
Yeah.
Second free throw good as well. And so it's Parsons 9, Labette County 4. Here's a three-pointer from Colton Weil, and it's swished, and he'll smile as he jots back to play defense.
That helps the lift, but we still have to take the spark out of Parsons' step. They still, feel confident.
Labette County playing tight D, but getting beat on the backside, and the layup is good by Pleasant.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. We about had a 5-second call, and then they get that putback, so got to play it out.
11-7. Bates drives, hangs, misses, rebound Largent. What a fun ball game here.
Yeah, Bates, that was a good move. He's good at that. He normally makes that, actually.
Largent one-on-one with Rush, doesn't like it. Throws back to Andrew Houck. Minute 40, first quarter. Labette County down by 4. Patiently awaiting is Ford, defended by Bates. 13 seconds on the shot clock, throws off to Pleasant, right wing, throws inside, nice defense by Carson Lamb, who just checked in, defending Morton, deflects it out of bounds.
See what the Grizzlies do here. Normally inbounds play under the basket, you play zone, kind of sag to the center. Might be matching up man to man, gonna look for pick and rolls.
Andrew Houck, the inbounder, throws to Morton. Morton drives, gives it up to Largent, open, missed it, putback is good.
Well, right now we're getting out hustled and just getting beat on the boards. It's that simple. We're gonna have to decide if we want to play this game a little stronger or not.
Labette County down by 6, 1 minute remains in the first quarter. The tone has been set. Parsons isn't going to play poorly tonight. That's already been decided. And Labette County turns it over. So the Grizzlies are going to have to play well to win.
Yeah.
And coming in against a 1-15 team, sometimes you don't have to play well to win. But it's already been set. It's done. It's finished.
Yeah.
Parsons has come to play tonight. That conversation can be knocked out the window.
Yeah. And like I said, right now they're walking on the clouds.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to make shots they normally don't. Just expect it.
They're still good, though. It's not – they've just lost a lot this year in a few of those in close fashion.
Yeah.
And Houck, his heels are out of bounds.
Coach Houck's a little bit upset because once you feel like you've got things going your way, you hate to do something like that to give it back. But on the contrary, the Grizzlies are thankful to create that turnover. So one possession at a time. We say it all the time. It's so important.
40 seconds, first quarter. Labette County down by 6. Carson Lamb, right wing. Drives. Nice pass to Heston. He'll lean, fire and miss. Put back Lamb, no. Rebound Largent, and he'll find Jason Shaw.
Yeah, sometimes when it's not going your way, it seems like those things happen. We missed a couple of putbacks. Kind of felt like we should make.
Ball on the deck. Bates dives for it and finds Heston. Big Bad Beef will lay it in. Kagan Bates, if you don't hustle, he'll beat you.
Yeah, credit those 2 points to Kagan Bates.
At the end of one, it's Labette County 9, Parsons 13. We are in for another clash here in the boys' game as well. Let's step aside for 1 minute on KLKC.
V93.5 is your home for the best variety of the 80s, 90s, and today. Get your day started with the Anna and Raven Morning Show. You're the judge during couples court. Couples share their disagreement, and then you decide who's right. Think you know pop culture trivia? It could pay off, and you score the cash jackpot when you play Can't Beat Raven. Krause in the House gets you home every weekday afternoon starting at 2. Stream us anytime, anywhere at KLKCRadio.com.
Labette County will start with the basketball to begin the second quarter, down by 4 points to Parsons here at home. Kane Nash will pull the trigger on a three and miss it strong, and the long rebound finds Andre Ford.
It's like Kagan's trying to push him left-handed.
Ford throws it to Largent, one more to Connett. He's blocked by Weil but fouled. And I looked back at the scorebook, and I did not have Cole Connett in the scorebook, and we would remember him for sure. He's going to have a big part in tonight's game. He's 6'5", built well, and is a senior, and makes his first free throw here. And after he got fouled, Coach Houck turned around and really was happy with how that possession went. He's really going to want to try to eat at us with this big tonight.
Maybe try to draw some fouls and get us in a little bit of foul trouble. So, like I said, hey, this is just going to be a four-quarter game here.
Connett splits the pair. It's 14-9. Bates, right wing, steps into a three ball. Missed it. Rebound Parsons.
Feel like we're kind of rushing a few possessions. Also, I know Labette County likes to score on transition. We haven't had much of that yet either.
Three-point shot by Houck. Rims out. Largent in perfect position. Can't score, but the putback is in, plus the foul.
I don't know what you say about that. One player got 2 rebounds and 2 putbacks.
I don't know exactly what's going on. Labette County might be switching, but for 2 or 3 possessions now, Kagan Bates has found himself guarding Largent.
Yeah, and I don't know if Coach is going to go to his zone. I mean, he knows what's up. He's reading things here. But something different to kind of slow Parsons down on that inside game. Make him beat us from the outside.
The and one free throw is good by Connor Largent, and it is a 8-point Viking lead, 7 minutes to play in the half.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to snuff this fire out now. We've got a battle in front of us right here.
Weil, kick to Nash for 3. Misses, rebound Largent. Parsons with it.
Still pressing a little, but it's going to have to start with some defensive stops here. We're going to have to get one right here and then stack together 2 or 3 more.
Connett hands off to Shaw. Shaw, bounce pass deep to Connett, and a travel called on Parsons.
Yeah, it's definite. They're going to try to beat us up inside. They're trying to get the ball inside and go one-on-one with us and create some foul trouble situations.
Here comes Labette County. Scoreless in the second quarter. 6.5 minutes left in it. Parsons in his zone, daring us to shoot. Heston, left wing, ball above his head, rips it around the three-point line. Kane Nash steps into a 3. Missed it. Long board Bates. Back cut. Leonard. Now it's Kane Nash with it. Kind of awkward there. Missed the shot. Here comes Parsons.
Yeah, just can't find our stride right now, and you can just feel the Grizzlies really pressing.
Man, Largent's in perfect position. He'll score it. And the Vikings want a 30-second timeout. They are rocking. Came in, ready to play, and with a nice game plan, they lead by 11. Let's step aside for 30 seconds on KLKC.
In 2003, Tank Connection founders envisioned a Southeast Kansas-based company dedicated to innovating bolted storage tanks, offering superior products and services through a customer-focused team. 2 decades later, and products in 64 countries and on 6 continents, this vision endures. Tank Connection employee owners are dedicated to a future where their shared purpose brings empowered realities to as many lives as possible.
Quick correction there. Labette County trails by 10, not 11. Here's Bates spinning in traffic, finding Camden Good in the corner. Good's going to drive in the paint, work around, shoot a fader, and swish it.
Yeah, Camden Good. Somebody's going to have to step up. I mean, everyone's trying, but we need someone to be a bit of a hero to kind of generate a starting point. We haven't been able to get off the ground. We have a travel here on Parsons, so an opportunity for Labette County to string together 2 much-needed possessions of scoring.
Coach Argerbright also put in Zane Garton out of the timeout there. Camden Good wants a 3, nearly got it. Nice job by Leonard, tipped the rebound to Garton. Labette County doesn't keep the possession alive. Nolan Nash lost the handle. You don't see that too often.
No, but I do like how Argerbright's mixed it up. He's not punishing the starters. He's just trying to kind of generate some kind of chemistry here.
5 minutes to play in the half. Parsons by 8. Ford well beyond the arc. Bates takes a swipe at the ball. Largent throws off. Ford will drive back to Largent. He can shoot it. He'll miss this 3 though. Rebound Bates and a pass to Camden Good up ahead. Back to Zane Garton for 3. No good. Rebound Camden, gets his man to bite, shoots it and misses. And Largent collects the board.
That's not a bad possession there. Zane's such a good shooter. I just knew that was going down. Got to continue to defend though.
Parsons up by 8, 4 minutes and 10 seconds left in the half. Ford step back 3. No, off the front. Long board tracked. Down by Morton just in time.
Yeah, these second and third opportunities are killing us.
3-pointer by Shaw is going to fall. His first points of the ball game after a couple offensive boards.
Rebounding, position and rebounding is going to kill us tonight if we don't step it up.
Camden Good drives into the paint. Back to Bates. He'll lose the handle, out of bounds off of Labette County. And they are going to say the ball was tipped by Parsons, and it'll be Labette County possession.
I know the only reason that ref down here called it was because of Kagan's original body language. He made it look like he was frustrated with himself. Thankfully, this other ref saw what happened.
3:36 to go in the second quarter. It's Labette County 11, Parsons 22.
Tell you right now, we're getting smacked in the mouth.
Oh yeah.
Physically just getting popped and pushed around underneath. So time for the Grizzlies to have a little rally here.
Labette County's been outscored 9-2 in the second quarter, but Barrett Heston breaks the ice with a 3-point basket.
Got to follow it up here with a stopper. It doesn't do much for you.
Hayden Weatherall fighting and nearly getting a steal on the far sideline. That 3-point shot by Heston cuts it to 8 with 3:20 left in the half. Shaw to inbound for the Vikes and throws it off of Camden Good's leg, out of bounds. Didn't have many options there.
Yeah, that's effective until it comes off and hits you.
Yeah.
You got to be careful as an inbounder hitting the guy right in front of yourself.
Shaw holds the ball above his head, throws it to Ford. He'll man the ship, or should I say drive the truck. Ford throws off. Get it, Ford? Thanks. I'm off tonight, my bad. Here's a drive by Morton, and he will miss the layup. Canet misses the putback, and then Garton is fouled on the rebound, and that'll be Parsons' first foul of the second quarter with 3 minutes left in the half.
Feel like we dodged one right there, but we did. I mean, our active hands kind of kept that ball from going down.
Largent checks back in for Canet. I wonder if we'll see Coach Houck play both bigs at the same time tonight at any point.
He has.
Oh, he has.
Yeah,
okay.
there was a moment they were both out there.
Kane Nash with a lane in the paint, layup blocked. How about Weatherall? Out to Bates for three. No. Rebound Shaw. Man, Weatherall can jump.
Yeah, he sure can. Here the Grizzlies find themselves defending again, though.
Low scoring first half for Labette County. Shaw to the cup, missed the layup, tipped about, and Parsons is going to snuff this one down. They want it far more than Labette
County. Right now they're out working us, out hustling us, they're just beating us.
Ford to the hole, floater, missed, fought for, guess who? Morton swishes a three. That's rough. Timeout, Labette County.
All you got to do is look at the huddles. Parsons is cheering and bumping and saying, let's go, and Labette County's getting hollered at. I mean, that tells the whole story.
We'd like to thank Labette Health as well as the Bartlett Co-op, alongside Labette Bank and Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Doctors Newland, Gilmore, and Ray, Wood Insurance Center, Labette Community College, Day and Zimmerman, Community National Bank, Tank Connection, SEK Orthopedics, Doctors Mosier and Meister, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, the Unified School District of USD 506, Elm Haven Nursing Home and Woodridge Estates, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Commercial Bank, the Corner Store of Altamont, Idea Tech, and Labette Center for Mental Health Services. Parsons blitzing Labette County here at home. They have entered tonight with spunk, energy, and a great game plan against Labette County to, pound it inside, crash the boards, and then defensively just hope that we don't make 10 of our 33s.
Yeah, this just goes to show you in the right mindset how dangerous teams can be no matter what your record.
Good inside. Labette County reverses it out. Carson Lamb will drive, gets a nice look, missed the floater, and it's rebounded by Shaw. Parsons, a 3-on-2 situation. And then Moreland traveled with it. The Parsons bench can't believe it.
Well, it should have been a charge, so you want a travel or a charge.
Dad's slowly getting irritated.
I am not.
25-14 Parsons, minute 40 left until halftime. Carson looks for cutters, no one's open. Lamb throws off to Nash, it's Nolan, 15-second shot clock. Wild drives, left-hand layup, blocked, but he's fouled. Largent mightily disagrees, and Colton Weil will shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, that's kind of how it goes, both sides. You see the same posturing after a foul's called.
The fact that Parsons is frustrated after calls tells me that they're in the game. They're winning. They're mentally expecting to win. They're 1-15. If they were losing this game by 10, they wouldn't be mad at a bad call. But because they expect to win, they're on track to win, those things matter. It just shows the emotional expectation that they have with themselves, and rightfully so right now.
Yeah.
Colton Wiles splits the pair.
Yeah, we got our work cut out for us here to battle back against a team right now that thinks they can do anything, They can walk on water right now. It's dangerous.
Moreland is going to drive and hand it off to Pleasant. Ford. Man, Ford's really impressive tonight. He's navigated things really well for them offensively. Ford will drive, throw to the corner, three-point shot, missed by Pleasant. Rebound Labette County. Man, that is the first one-and-done possession in some time. Here's a foul on Parsons.
Yeah, it feels like it. And when you have good position, that leads to a foul normally over the back or someone reaching. So well done there by Weil.
Here's Weil dribbling in traffic, leans into a floater, missed it short, tipped out by himself. Parsons possession. Weil really wanting to try to be effective offensively and is so close to doing so.
Yeah, you see various players trying to step up and make good things happen to try to get a bit of a rally going, something going our way.
30 seconds left in the half. 25-15 the score. Inside is Ford, misses, rebound Lamb. Here comes Labette County, Camden Good, left to right, gives it up to Nash, who's blocked, and a foul called on Pleasant, who made a vertical effort, and it nearly paid off.
Yeah, those are always hard calls. You know, it happens right in front of us. When you're the ref, it's hard to watch the hands and the body at the same time. Sometimes you just kind of go with your gut. You look at the picture and make the call.
Nolan Nash eyes down the first of 2 free throws and swishes the first.
Yeah, and when you're in Labette County's position down 9, just puts a little more emphasis on free throws. Everything matters.
Nash misses the second. That was suspended on the rim for as long of a shot as I've seen. 13 seconds left in the half. Labette County down 9. Shaw looks at the clock. It reads 7. Now 5. And he's fouled by Labette County. Not a bad foul with 4.6 left. Now Parsons has to kind of draw up another play or whatever and get things going. That's just the second team foul and the first on Camden Good.
Okay.
So Coach Houck will elect to draw something up. He'll take a 30-second break. Let's go ahead and take it with him here on KLKC.
Looking for a career that supports the U.S. national security mission? Join Day and Zimmerman here in Parsons, Kansas. Our salaried and hourly positions offer competitive compensation, starting at $22.90 for hourly roles, and all employees receive excellent benefits and room to grow. From production operators to engineering and beyond, you'll help supply America's defense and build a career you can be proud of. Apply today at careers.dayzim.com. You can make a difference at Day and Zimmerman.
(25-16), Parsons leads Labette County with 4.6 seconds remaining in the first half. Parsons will inbound in the half court. Ford to throw it in. Ball high above his head finds Shaw. Shaw dribbles into a double. A decent look for Moreland. No! And at halftime, it'll be Parsons 25, Labette County 16. Let's go ahead and step aside for just 1 minute, and when we come back, we'll have a conversation with head coach of the Lady Grizzlies, Brianna Vollmer.
In 2003, Tank Connection founders envisioned a Southeast Kansas-based company dedicated to innovating bolted storage tanks, offering superior products and services through a customer-focused team. 2 decades later, and products in 64 countries and on 6 continents, this vision endures. Tank Connection employee owners are dedicated to a future where their shared purpose brings empowered realities to as many lives as possible.
Welcome in, Grizzly fans, to the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show, brought to you by Doctors Newland, Gilmore, and Ray. And we're pleased to be joined by head coach Brianna Vollmer of those Lady Grizzlies, whom fell by a score of 45-41 earlier this evening, led by freshman Peyton Davis, who finished with 18 points on the contest by my count, and Amory Baker threw in 11. Coach, kind of a rough night, to kind of put it lightly. I feel like you'll agree in some of those regards. Just walk me through kind of how you oversaw tonight's battle.
We just waited too long, and we just it was like we were waiting for the tables to turn, and we never made them turn, and we were just waiting for the shoe to drop. And that's not how basketball works.
Yeah.
It's not how basketball works in late February, and we've got to understand that, and we've got to have our own destiny in our hands and not wait for somebody else to mess up. And I felt like we were trying to do that a little bit, and we still had some fight in us towards the end. Don't get me wrong. We just the goal of basketball is to make more points than the other team, and we didn't do that tonight. So. I love my kids. I love this group. I wouldn't trade them for anybody else. We just got to put the ball in the hole. We got to maintain our composure and our confidence and, finish. And, I've got kids that are upset in the locker room, and that tells me that they care. They care about our program. They care about their legacy. They care about the history of Labette County. And they want to please. They want to win. And it's heartbreaking for them. But we're going to bounce back. We're going to stand up on our feet and if anything tonight taught us, it was how to be resilient.
Sure, and we knew this is a Parsons team that I forget coming into tonight their record was 4-12, but they had just improved immensely, and they have talent and ability. And so we knew that it would be kind of a different look than we saw December 19th. So Robertson had 18 for them. So just from kind of a Parsons perspective, what did you see as far as punches that they threw that maybe we had a hard time handling, or things that we did well against tonight?
We just didn't adjust in our press. We knew this was a team and an opportunity for us to be kind of Labette County of old, and that we could press them a little bit, and they would struggle with it, and they turned the ball over. We just never got rotated. We allowed the ball to the middle of the floor. We didn't box out in moments, and when you've got a kid that's got like a 28-inch vertical like Ayanna Robertson does, you have to box her out. I mean, that's almost silly to even have that conversation, and these kids know each other well. They play club volleyball with each other. They hang out with each other. Like, they know that, and we didn't capitalize in those moments, and we had silly fouls really early. We can have the conversation that we had last time about the officiating, but at the end of the day, like, we're adults and we have to adjust, and we just didn't do that until it was too late. And I asked the question. I asked Coach Wilson. I said, "Do we scramble right now? Do we throw the?" And we were like, "It's a little too early, with the officiating and how it's been." So they capitalized. Great Parsons team. We knew they were creeping up. Every score that they've played, every score has been close up to this point, and hats off to them. He had a great game plan, and they executed it.
It was fun to see Peyton in some of those moments be like, okay, I think I might have to be the one to go make something happen, and had 9 points in the fourth quarter alone, finished with 18, and even was on the bench with 2 personal fouls a bit in the second quarter. She just continues to grow, and some people like to say at this point in the year they're not quite freshmen anymore. They're kind of becoming a young sophomore. And I saw somebody who has had experience out there tonight. In some of those moments where we needed something, she put her head down and went and found it.
Yeah, she did. I think, we saw some mistakes from her really early that we haven't seen for a while. And that's showing her maturity in the game, and, her settling in, and, her being able to say, okay, my bad, let's move past it, and have that confidence, and, still want to go play and score at the end of a game. She's exciting to watch. She can take over a game, and, I'm excited about her. We need kids like that, and I think all of these kids are capable. They just have to have some confidence in themselves, and, turn that corner. And I'm proud of Peyton. I'm proud of the rest of the kids, and we're going to bounce back. You'll see us Friday against Chanute.
Yep.
We're going to go battle. We're going to go fight, and that's what Labette County does.
Coach, we appreciate the conversation as always, and we look forward to seeing you on Friday at Chanute.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Coach. That's head coach Brianna Vollmer of those Lady Grizzlies. Always appreciate her going out of her way to come chat with us as part of the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show. Second half of Grizzly basketball will be here in 4 minutes on KLKC. Parsons will start with the basketball to begin the third quarter of play. They lead Labette County 25-16. Ford is fouled quickly by Tucker Rush. Leading the way in scoring for Labette County in the first half was Barrett Heston with 5. Colton Weil with 4. Tucker Rush, Camden Good, and Kagan Bates all had 2. And Nolan Nash had 1 point. Leading the way for Parsons was Connor Largent with 7. Here he is underneath, open, and didn't shoot it initially, and Tucker Rush came over and blocked it.
Yeah, that was fortunate there, and not very often the Labette County scores 16 points. Boom, Nolan Nash cans a three-pointer. I was going to say 16 points and a half.
This is a big few minutes to start the second half for Labette County. Ford traveling with the basketball. So a blocked shot, rebound Grizzlies, three-pointer Nolan, turnover Parsons is how the third quarter starts.
Yes, and this is how you slowly maybe kind of get your foot on the gas pedal. So big possession here.
Here's a cut, Kane Nash, weather all three. Miss, hit the rim twice, out off Parsons, I think. Yes, Labette County possession.
Yeah, some good ball movement there, and Weatherall got a good look, so we'll take that.
Question of the night I will get to in just a moment at the next dead ball. Labette County only down by 6, and it doesn't feel like we played good by any stretch. Kane Nash looks to penetrate, kicks it to Bates, wants a three. Won't get it. Weatherall uses that vertical but can't quite come down. Here's a long pass, and Parsons, they'll slow down though in a half court.
Yeah, keep our defensive stress on Parsons here. We're gonna have to win both ends of the court here this half.
Jason Shaw dribbles between his legs, defended by Nolan Nash, and an illegal screen going the other way on Andre Ford. Question for tonight is the same as the girls. There are 2 Grizzlies who hold the record for the most free throws made in a single game. One player broke the record in 1995, and the other tied that record in the year 2000 with 16 free throws made in a single game. 2 Grizzlies have that record. One was in 95 and one was in 2000. See if you can name one or both of those Grizzlies. Labette County down 6. Parsons has not played as well to start. Grizzlies trying to capitalize. Bates misses. Weatherall flies again, collects it, and then falls hard on his shoulder, but he's okay. And a foul called in on Marion Morton. Boy, Weatherall's vertical is worth a few rebounds and a couple fouls.
Yeah.
He can get up.
Can't you just see the difference in the play so far? The rebounding, the aggression, the shot taking. I mean,
I don't know if I would have wanted to be in that locker room at halftime. I won't lie to you.
Well, they knew they had it coming.
Heston's fouled and he'll shoot 2. Labette County can get within 4. Yes, 4 if both of these free throws are made. Still tons of time left. 6 minutes still remains in just the third quarter.
Yeah, and as we all know, Labette County still got a long way to go tonight. And obviously at some point Parsons is going to have their push too. So, yeah, this is still going to be a complete 4-quarter game. But the Grizzlies really have to maintain this situation they're in right now with some aggression. Hard play.
Both free throws good by Barrett. 4-point ball game. How does Parsons respond to some pressure on the road? A one-win team. Shaw throws across court to Houck. Foot out of bounds. Turnover Parsons.
Isn't it funny how it starts? Now you kind of see Coach Houck frustrated. I mean, it's just, man, you can flip the script.
The play is called in. Good atmosphere here in Altamont. Labette County student section full, double what it usually is. They moved the section to the middle of the bleachers, not at the end. Heston for 3, missed it left. Rebound Parsons. And here comes Shaw dribbling with the right hand, defended by Nash. Shaw doesn't want to dribble with his left hand, I don't think. Now he'll look to pass. He'll find Ford. He'll drive. He'll pass. And Pleasant scores. That was nice two-man ball.
Yeah, Parsons needed that. They're kind of exhaling because we were really kind of starting to get on a little roll. See if we can answer.
Nash with a head fake and a floater's good, plus the foul. An and one whistled in, and Nolan Nash will head to the line.
That's a nice play there by Nolan. He's so good at that. Kind of kissed it softly off the backboard and drew the foul.
(23-27) Vikings lead. Nash converts. Here come the Vikes in black uniforms, Labette County in white. Shaw picks his dribble up, throws to Ford. He has a dribble but doesn't use it, finds Shaw. Across the paint, well read and intercepted by Nash. Here comes Nolan, right to left by two Vikes. Kicks it out, Kane Nash to take the roof off. He nails it, and it is a tied ball game. And we have a timeout called by Labette County. And I'm going to guess that it is going to be, no, it's a 30.
You can't give him a 30.
No, you can't give him a 30. We'll wait till later. A 30-second timeout called by Bradley Argabright after Kane Nash drilled the three to tie the game. His first bucket scored. I'm sure Parsons' radio crew, at halftime was saying, well, the Vikes have played well, but they're going to have to keep going because Labette County will come back. I mean, we would have been doing the same thing. So it happened. Now how do both teams respond?
Right. Well, so this is where the pressure is now off Parsons. So
True.
now psychologically Parsons will probably start playing looser now.
Yeah.
So I look for the next 8, 12, 13 minutes, so quarter and a half, to just be a chess match back and forth, a brawl, whatever you want to call it. I don't think either side's going to beat the other by 15. I think it's going to be just a good battle here.
Tied at 27. Labette County has outscored Parsons 11-2 to start the second half. Here's a loose ball. Weatherall fights and is victorious. And the jump ball will give it to Labette County. Hayden Weatherall. Oh my.
Yeah, man, it's contagious. The first half it didn't look like we had it going at all.
Sorry. That diving effort by Hayden Weatherall is what earns you a thing called minutes on the floor.
Yep.
Man. Parsons is just reaching to grab the ball, and Labette County's diving on it. Here's Heston underneath, fades, shoots, hits, and Labette County leads by 2. Might be their first lead of the game.
Yeah, just like that. Now shots are falling. Defense looks crisp. Got to maintain it.
No whistle called on Weatherall. Here he comes. He's fouled and he'll shoot 2. Weatherall got a steal, and he is coming into his own.
And I guess, look at him, pumping, screaming, clenching his fist, feeling it. Now Parsons has got to find out a way to try to cool our jets because we're on fire. So, man, on it goes.
Weatherall's first free throw is off the mark. Labette County leads by 2, and before the second free throw can be shot, Coach Houck wants a full timeout to try to recalibrate his Vikings ship. It's some rocky waters right now. Let's step aside for a 1-minute break on KLKC.
Looking for a career that supports the U.S. national security mission? Join Day and Zimmerman here in Parsons, Kansas. Our salaried and hourly positions offer competitive compensation, starting at $22.90 for hourly roles, and all employees receive excellent benefits and room to grow. From production operators to engineering and beyond, you'll help supply America's defense and build a career you can be proud of. Apply today at careers.dayzim.com. You can make a difference at Day and Zimmerman.
Hayden Weatherall will head to the line to shoot his second of 2 free throws. You don't always see that, especially with so much time left in the game. Coach Houck called a 60-second timeout in between free throws. Weatherall makes the second, and Labette County has outscored Parsons by 12 points to open the first 4 minutes of the third quarter.
Yeah, I think their pride was hurt a little bit in that first half.
Now everything's difficult for Parsons. Funny how it works.
Yeah.
Ford, right wing. Labette County looks energized. Nice move by Ford. Missed the layup, though. What a snatch by Kane Nash.
Yeah, it was a good move by Ford. That was pretty. He deserved that, actually.
Nolan lost his dribble. Ball is in the air. He'll come down with it and find Kane Nash. One more pass, Heston throws to Bates, and a play comes in from Coach Argabright. Bates, backdoor, Nash, Kane, mishandle, Weatherall 3, short, long rebound, Weatherall tracks it down, and he will miss a floater. Boy, but he's doing so many things right.
Yes, he is. Yeah, Coach Argabright eggs him on. Yeah, he loves to see him playing loose and confident.
Ford throws to Pleasant. Pleasant, awkward jumper, clanks off, rebound Nolan Nash. Labette County has numbers. Nolan into the paint, lost it, got it back, flips it out to Bates, touches the paint, leaning floater is in.
Kagan got that to go down. We need to run with it while it's going our way. Keep going, because it's not going to go the whole game.
2:40 left in the third. Labette County up by 5. They trailed by 9 at halftime. And now some frustrating physical showings from Parsons.
Every time I watch a game like this, it just reiterates to me that pretty much everything in life is your mindset or your mental, how you're thinking, the psychology of it all. I mean, the physical piece doesn't always matter.
Well said. 32-27, Parsons throws it away. Coach Houck actually was the receiver of that pass. He caught it and slammed it on the ground and got on to Pleasant.
It's tough when you're in that position. You don't know what to say. I mean, you holler at him, but you don't really know how to fix it as a coach, so it's just frustrating.
Heston, heart of the floor, hands off to Colton Weil. It's a set play on the weak side. Kane Nash wants a 3, hits the deck, no whistle. Long rebound to Bates. Labette County keeps it alive. Kagan drives underneath the basket. Colton Weil, how about a tray? You better believe it. And Labette County blitzing the Vikes.
I don't know what else to say. Just kind of mimic what I've said this whole half. Here's this disruption.
Near steal. It was in the air for a while. Andrew Houck thought about the 3 but pulled it down. 1:40 until the third quarter is over. A near throwaway. Kinnett back in the game. Shaw for 3. Good. Oh, that was a huge bucket by Jason Shaw. Labette County was down 9 at halftime and was just up by 8. Outscored them by 17 in 6.5 minutes. And Jason Shaw just cut it to 5. Timeout, Parsons. Let's go ahead and take 30 seconds with them on KLKC.
In 2003, Tank Connection founders envisioned a Southeast Kansas-based company dedicated to innovating bolted storage tanks, offering superior products and services through a customer-focused team. 2 decades later, and products in 64 countries and on 6 continents, this vision endures. Tank Connection employee owners are dedicated to a future where their shared purpose brings empowered realities to as many lives as possible.
Welcome in Grizzly fans. Labette County storming here in the third quarter against Parsons. Things were not looking great, and they turned the tide. However, Parsons hit a much-needed 3-pointer followed by a timeout.
That's what we talked about. Labette County's got to maintain their integrity because Parsons could very easily go on a little run of their own.
Bates splits defenders. No look past a while. Missed the floater. Rebound Parsons. Now they can make it a 2 or 3 point game.
Yeah, that's a little shot there you kind of expect to make. So let's see if we can't defend here.
Look at the boys over there at the ESPN table, all dressed up in their jacket and ties. Here's a travel called on Andrew Houck, who slipped and fell. What a fun student section that is over there. Jonathan, if you ever get a moment, see if you can't zoom in and scan across our student section over there at maybe a dead ball. That's just kind of a neat image.
Yeah.
Because not always is it at center court.
Kind of reminds me of an old Saturday Night Live skit, you know, where everyone's dressed up like ESPN, having fun.
You reference those a lot. I know they still make Saturday Night Live skits, but like, is that like an old?
I reference that a lot.
Well, like just not on broadcast, but
you
know, me being your son and spending time with you. Yeah.
Well.
Do those date back? Like
yeah, it was good in the '80s. It's junk now. I haven't watched it in 20 years.
It probably is. 35-30. Kane Nash wants a three and won't find it. And a foul going the other way on Labette County.
You slowly kind of feel the roar. I mean, it's just funny. We rode that ride for quite a while. What did we, 17, outscored them 17?
Yeah, and I mean, you got to do what you got to do, but you're only up 5 and playing defense.
Well, but I guess what I'm saying is a lot of times your runs don't last like that. We poured out 17 unanswered, so that was huge. I mean, they end sooner or later.
Here's a pass deflected by Bates, but Connect keeps it. 35 seconds left in the third quarter. Houck in trouble. Nice pass. Out of the trap. Parsons keeping it alive. Shaw for three. No good. Long rebound to Zane Garton. He'll hand off to Heston. Right to left. Weil wants another and finds it. Colton Weil with 3 threes tonight.
That's how you keep it alive. Now you stack a stop here. Trying to regain another run, maybe.
8 seconds, third quarter. Labette County back up 8. Shaw, 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Throws to Houck. They need it. He makes it. Andrew Houck at the third quarter buzzer to answer Colton Weil's 3 and cut it back to 5. What a fun ball game here on KLKC. Before we step aside to end the third quarter, a reminder of the trivia question of the night. 2 Grizzly players have the record for the most free throws made in a game. One came in 1995 and the other in the year 2000. Who were those 2 Grizzlies, or one if you can name one, to set the free throw record for most free throws made in a game? Back in 30 seconds with the fourth quarter on KLKC.
Here's a bright idea. Streaming without buffering. It's not 2014. There's no reason for laggy internet and buffering shows. IdeaTech has the technology. It's fiber optic cable. IdeaTech has brought high-speed fiber to 75 communities and counting. Don't put up with outdated internet. Stream without buffering. Another bright idea from IdeaTech.
Labette County leads by 5 points at the start of the fourth quarter. They outscored Parsons 22-8 in the third quarter.
Yeah, I got to high-five that. Houck's looking hot here.
He wants a 3, missed it strong. Rebound Ford, though, backside. Ford will drive, and a quick stoppage of play. Ford had a wide open lane to the basket, but the shot clock, or perhaps the clock, never started because the clock is only at 7:59. Jonathan, have any intel over there? You motioned something. I thought maybe you saw something.
It should be 44 in case they need it, you know.
Oh.
You know, in case.
Because you keep the clock on our live stream.
Yeah.
And I would like to remind people who are watching on YouTube, that clock that you see is not automated. Jonathan has to hit start and stop every time the clock starts and stops here in the arena. So really nice job with that, Jonathan, and we'll see if, man, I don't know how the refs would begin to guess how much time to take off
right
the
here.
clock.
I know.
Jonathan knows, yeah.
44.
If they put 7:44 up there, man, I'll give you a couple sour Skittles right on, on the house. Yeah. All right, they went 7:50, so you got to bump up your clock now. So 7 minutes, 50 seconds remains in the game. It's Labette County 38, Parsons 33. Ball is in for the Vikes. They go right to Largent. He'll go up and miss, but he's fouled. And how many times did we see that in the third quarter? 0.
Right.
In the first half, we saw it 20 times, and it was successful for them.
I know it. Yeah, the first half, they just did it at will, and then we come out of halftime, and they can't even pass the ball to each other. It's just,
yeah,
it's just how it is. It's what's so amazing and wonderful about sports. You're never out of it, and you never necessarily have it won. You have to play the whole time.
Largent makes the first free throw. What I love about basketball is, I know Labette County's record isn't just unbelievable, but it's really strong. A 10-7 record is really good. Parsons has just one win on the year. In football, if you play a one-win team, as Nolan Nash buries a 3 in the middle of my college lecture, and Coach Argabright is going to call a timeout, and it is going to be, it's too late now. We lost energy. It's a full timeout, but we can't do it. We lost the energy. So a 60-second timeout called by Coach Argabright, and this will give me a second to continue with my pointless story here. But in football, this is why I love basketball. If you have a 1-win team and a 10-win team that play in football, it's going to be 77-6.
Right.
But in basketball, that 1-win team can win, because it's not just man-on-man physicality, I'm bigger and stronger. In basketball, there's momentum. A player can get hot. It's harder to play in a basketball gym than it is at a football stadium, in my opinion. It's more tense and tight and nervous.
Yeah.
That's why I like basketball as far as parity and underdogs having a chance to win.
Well, just watch March Madness every year.
Yeah.
Duke, Kansas, all these great teams, that first and second game when you're playing a no-name team from South Central Florida, everyone's nervous.
Yeah.
And it's always a good game.
I know. I love it. So Labette County, after the Nolan Nash 3, leads by 7. Parsons with the ball. That was Morton. Throws ahead. Here's Shaw on the far side. He'll back down. Kane Nash and have his pocket picked. Long pass to Weatherall. Right hand layup. Good. And Labette County leads by 9.
Credit Kane Nash. Amazing defense and quick hands, and a good finish there by Weatherall. Let's keep it going. I feel like we're going to get a foul called here. Kind of stalls it.
It's a foul on Kane Nash, I believe, kind of reaching across, trying to get the steal. It is on him, his first and our second of the quarter. Just 1 minute has gone by here in the fourth quarter. Largent throws in to Morton. Ball is on the deck. Weatherall dives for it. Ball is still loose, and a held ball gives it to Labette County. Those diving efforts from Hayden Weatherall and company have been more than worth it.
Yeah, Coach Argabright showing his appreciation by leaving these guys out here, and like you said earlier, giving them the minutes. I mean, they're giving the energy, and so that's that give and take there. So happy for this group out there right now.
Under 7 minutes to play. Labette County can go up double digits with a score here. Kane Nash, right wing. Throws to Tucker Rush. Now Weatherall. One more pass. Back to Nolan. Set play for 3. No good. Rebound Nash. He'll put it back and is fouled. That is brilliant, brilliant basketball by Kane Nash. He had no business really scoring there. He had like 3 guys around him, and so instead of bringing the ball back down to earth in the middle of Parsons players, he just kind of shot it, and it worked out great for him.
Yeah, that's a great job by Kane being in position, and I didn't feel like any of us were in position the first half. We couldn't rebound. That's all I whined about was rebounding.
Second free throw, good for Kane Nash. He splits the pair of free throws, and it's a 10-point Grizzly lead. Parsons, with 6.5 minutes left now, cannot really have stretches like they have in the second half. They can't afford it. Kinnett, short corner, throws to Shaw. He'll drive. A floater is good.
Yeah, that was nice. Stayed patient. Nice little floater there. So Parsons needed that. He delivered.
8-point game. Bates. Nash. Given room by Ford. Penetrates, loses it off his hand, and then the official corrects it again.
Yeah.
And it'll be Labette County ball. Coach Hauk upset.
Well, I mean, I guess I don't know, but it looked like he swiped it out of Nolan's hand. I don't know, have to look back.
Weatherall playing the most minutes he's played all year consecutively. Nolan Nash swishes on a 3-point shot, and Labette County leads by 11, largest since the third quarter flurry.
Maybe Nolan can get his 7 or 8 now in the second half.
Be the largest of the game, actually. Here's Hauk to answer. He does. Andrew Hauk.
Yeah, good for him. He's a nice athlete, too. That's good. You know, just keeps this game fun.
An 8-point game again. Nolan shot well at Parsons and shooting well here in the second half. A little touch shot misses. Heston soaring and missing. Rebound Parsons.
Liking the effort. Would have loved to have that go down, but now we have to defend and get a stop here.
Ford snatches back and drives. Jump stops. Tries to force one up. Misses badly. Gets his own miss. Throws out to Shaw. He'll drive. Cut off. Kinnett mishandled. He's fouled and will shoot 2.
Seems like big fella's having fun out there. He kind of flipped that one all the way over the backboard, came up laughing. So
if he would have caught it cleanly, he would have scored, but he kind of bobbled it. And yeah, kind of heaved up a tough shot that went over the backboard and got fouled.
Yeah.
First free throw good for Kinnett. Now a 7-point game.
Yeah.
With under 5 minutes to play.
I think he made a couple in the first half too. Free throws.
Yeah, he. Yes.
I wasn't sure if he. No, I didn't expect you necessarily to have all that information, but I just remember him shooting good free throws in the first half.
Second free throw misses. Yeah, he split a pair in the first half. So Labette County leads by 7 with the ball. 4:45 to go. Kane Nash off a Heston screen. Cut off sharply. Rush. Bates snatches, spins, drives, passes. Weil for 3. Nylon! 4 threes. Colton Weil.
Such a tight, perfect shooter. I mean, his elbow, he just always has a clean shot.
Largent to answer, misses, tipped out to Ford. He'll go up and is fouled. Labette County a stop and a score away from blowing the lid off, but Parsons hanging tough.
Yeah. Ford stayed with it. You know, he's not the biggest fella out there, but he's not afraid to go inside. Good job head faking, got us up in the air and went into us. So pat on the back to him for that.
Ford hasn't scored a lot. He's made 2 free throws and misses this one. But he has really impressed me with his ball handling and his ability to facilitate on offense.
Yeah, he's a nice player.
Second free throw, no good. Rebound, Colton Weil. An empty trip for Ford is not helping Parsons' cause.
Yeah, those free throws are so big and they're magnified in the last 3 minutes of a game.
Barrett Heston hands it off to Colton Weil. A set play for Nolan to get a three. It's not there, and an offensive foul going the other way. Looked like maybe an illegal screen was the whistle, and it will be Parsons' ball.
Not sure who was that on Kagan? I don't know who that was on. It doesn't matter. I'm just curious.
It was on Barrett, and it was his third personal.
Okay.
Parsons has been held to just 15 points in the second half. And we have a timeout called by Parsons with 3:38 remaining. It's a 10-point lead for Labette County that has scored. I mean, they had 16 points in the first half, and now they're sitting at 50. So you do the math during this 30-second timeout on KLKC.
In 2003, Tank Connection founders envisioned a Southeast Kansas-based company dedicated to innovating bolted storage tanks, offering superior products and services through a customer-focused team. 2 decades later, and products in 64 countries and on 6 continents, this vision endures. Tank Connection employee owners are dedicated to a future where their shared purpose brings empowered realities to as many lives as possible.
The Parsons Vikings have been hit by a freight train in the second half, but I will add to that, they've hung in there.
Oh, yeah.
They have hung in there, with Labette County having, in the second half, made 7 three-pointers in the second half alone.
Yes.
9 on the game. I'm sure they're thinking, man, these Grizzlies are hot every time we play them.
Well, and we'll see how we handle the next 3 minutes here. Up 10 now. Do we sooner or later start trying to protect something, or do we keep playing like we're playing? Hopefully we do.
We shall see. Ford throws, pass, intercepted, on the deck. Bates picks it up, flips it ahead to Weil. Alone underneath. Yes! It's a 12-point lead.
That's that 99-1 ball I was talking about with Kagan Bates.
A 12-point lead for Labette. 3 minutes to go. Shaw backing down Bates. Looks to score, leans, fires, misses, but he's fouled.
See, you can see Parsons already starting to do whatever it takes to get a shot off. And that drew a foul, and that puts the ref in a tough situation, because really all Parsons did was just drive into us and
lean into it.
Yeah, so that's just, it's going to be a long 3 minutes.
Yeah. And that is also the 5th team foul on Labette County. It was a shooting foul, so that didn't matter. But from here on out, it'll be 2 free throws for Parsons every time Labette County commits a foul. Shaw made both free throws. 10-point game.
Yeah. Because as we know, we need to maintain some intensity here. We don't necessarily have to shoot a three-pointer in the first 5 seconds of the possession, but we can't hold it for a 4-second shot either. It's too hard.
Bates working on Ford, now drives, fakes the pass, shoots the layup that misses. Nolan Nash, wow.
Houck's going to bring pressure out, probably foul here sooner or later, yeah.
There is a foul here. That's just their second as a team. How about Nolan Nash, that rebound? I mean, could over the back have been called and I wouldn't have been flustered? Yes, but what a nice effort by Nash. Bates begins right to left and is fouled by Ford. So 2 more fouls before Labette County is shooting free throws. It's a 10-point Grizzly advantage with 2:25 left. Labette County still trying to fight for the SEK title, even though they lost at Independence They're still in it. Bates defended by Ford, given about 2 feet of room. Begins. Fakes right, throws there to Nash. Nolan looks to get Morton on his hip. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Bates will drive, throw to the corner. Kane Nash shoots the 3, misses it short. Rebound Jason Shaw, under 2 minutes to play. Pretty good possession by Labette County.
Yeah. Parsons is going to be hot and heavy here to try to go score, so we're going to have to hope we can get a stop here. See, he's going for it. Foul.
Yeah, they're going to start calling that. In the middle of our big run in the third quarter, they wouldn't have called that a foul.
Right.
Shaw to the line to shoot 2 with 1:40 left to try to make it an 8-point game. One last call of our trivia question. What 2 Grizzlies hold the record for the most free throws made, 16, in a single game? 2 Grizzlies have the record, one in 1995 and one in the year 2000. Second free throw, good as well for Shaw. He's a good free throw shooter, made both. An 8-point game, 1:38 left. Coach Houck egging on his defense to get up.
Just saying, we got to score. We're going to have to score.
Bates throws to Nash. Back to Heston. And here's Nolan dribbling near half court. Parsons has got to defend. They're just kind of watching. Bates is dribbling around. Coach Houck telling him to come try to steal the ball. Bates, what a pass to Weil! Man, Parsons was sleepwalking on that possession. They weren't sure, should they burn time, should they try to steal, and Colton Weil burned them.
Yeah, it was a great pass, great look, great finish right there. That was a big basket, huge.
A 10-point game, under a minute to go, and Connor Largent gets position and scores with 50 seconds left. Labette County well within position to win. Nash fouled here by the Vikes, and it won't quite be free throws until the next foul here for Labette County. I know it's not over, but regardless, what an effort by Parsons tonight. Man, their girls club came in, popped us in the mouth. Their boys did the exact same. Man, yeah. I mean, the pride. I'm so impressed and happy, you know, for just Parsons, 1-win team, girls 4-win team, and man, they just made statements tonight, really.
Well, they did, and our boys here, you know, came out at half and just rallied back. I think, like I said earlier, I think we got our pride hurt. They sat in the locker room at half after they got a butt chewing. I'm sure they did, but what bothered them more is the fact that they know inside the effort was just not there.
It's Kagan Bates shooting his first free throws of the game, surprisingly enough. First free throw is off the mark. Our senior will get one more try with 40 seconds left, and he'll swish it. Labette County leads by 9. Timeout, Grizzlies. Let's take a moment to recognize those who got our trivia question right. So we had a few get 1 out of the 2 correct. Justin Bebb, Jared Stringer, and Craig Carnahan all pitched in and got one of the 2 guys right that set the free throw record. We'll give you the answers here. So in 1995, it was Brian McMahon who set the free throw record.
He goes by McMahon. I should have said something.
McMahon,
yes,
okay.
That's fine.
So Brian McMahon, I would not have guessed that.
Yeah.
And Ryan O'Daffer in the year 2000. Both of those guys made 16 free throws in a single game.
I need to mention a couple of the guys on there. Justin Bebb, Jared Stringer, resubmitted extra answers, but they got the second one, but not on the first try.
You just had to call them out like that?
Well,
they're listening live.
Well, Craig Carnahan's
the
only one that tried to slip in 3 or 4. Everybody else played by the rules.
You're going to get a text here in a minute.
Fellow Lions Club member.
Lion Tamer Leak. 55-46. Labette County in front. 40 seconds remain. Ford for Parsons with it. Dribbling left to right, behind the back, finds Hauk.
Got to score.
Thought about it, throws into Largent, taking a lot of time. Shaw shoots and missed, but he's fouled. And Shaw is going to shoot 2 free throws, and Parsons hangs around.
Yeah, they took way too much time. Coach Hauk was trying to tell him, we've got to get down here and get a shot off. So they down 9 with 23 seconds. Okay, Parsons sees what's up here. 23 seconds down 9, so they're going to crash these rebounds like never before. So Barrett and Nash better get ready because they're coming. Got to box out and just expect someone coming over your back.
First free throw good by Shaw. He is yet to miss from the line tonight. Second free throw short, no good. Rebound Shaw, put back missed. Rebound Heston, and then Ford comes in and is called for the foul. It would have gotten interesting if that floater would have went down for Shaw.
Yes.
But he missed it. Now Labette County has 2 free throws to seal this game away with just under 19 seconds to go. That's 5 personal fouls on Andre Ford. I thought he played a great game tonight. I really did. He's a sophomore and really impressed me tonight. Barrett Heston at the line to shoot 2. His first is on its way and in. So Labette County will advance to 11-7 on the year and 5-3 in the SEK League. Right there in the thick of it for the SEK title. Second free throw for Heston, good as well.
Yeah, and what about the effort out of the Grizzlies that second half? We'll talk more about it in postgame. But
Hauk stepped out of bounds again. And with 12 seconds left in the game, Labette County should be able to just stand and hold the basketball. They'll have to cross half court, but a nice win for Labette County here tonight, tested mightily by rival Parsons. Coach Hauk calls off the Dogs, and that will do it. 57-47, your final score. Labette County wins it. Good atmosphere here for Parsons versus Labette County, per usual. A lot of fun as always. Stay with us for the Bowen Pharmacy post-game show, which is coming up here in 4 minutes on KLKC.